And he's rocking it. It's just rocking. He's just bumping into it. It's just rocking. I'm like, what are you doing?
This is so good.
Are you kidding me?
He did it on purpose, you said?
Yeah, so we're recapping from last week. So literally, we do the podcast last Friday. We stay over Saturday. Saturday morning, I go to my parents. So I get there. I'm in the driveway, and I hear Jake's car coming around the street. So I'm like, okay, I'll wait. I do this thing where I back up and I pretend that I'm going to hit someone's car, and I park like this close to somebody, and then I stop. Jake whips in the driveway, slows down, gets near my car, and I'm just staring at him, looking at him, and he just does it. And then he keeps pushing forward, rocking my car. And in all Jake's glory, he's just laughing, looking at me. He's like, you didn't tell me to stop. I was like, do I have to tell you not to hit somebody's car? And so he backs up, and his front plate has screws on it, and there's 5 little perfect circular indents on my front car. They're tiny, but they're there. So the whole day I was pissed off.
I didn't know he was rocking it. You didn't.
He
tell
was
me that
rocking
part.
it. And he was just looking at me like I'm an idiot for not telling him not to hit my do I have to tell somebody not to hit my car?
This is so much better than over text.
I don't even know what to say.
And then he gets out of the car and looks at it. He's like, oh, that won't even hurt the resale value, you baby. So what am I supposed to do here? Because he thinks I'm over-exaggerating. You cannot tell Jake anything. Jake thinks everything is a joke.
You take him to small claims court.
It is ridiculous. So that ruined my whole Saturday.
Wait, so yeah, what do you do in that scenario? What do you do? Is it worth
No, he didn't.
making him fix it?
No, he didn't. Like, it's nothing wrong with it. There's just circular indents on the front of my car now. And he's rocking it. It's just rocking. He's just bumping into it. It's just rocking. I'm like, what are you doing?
This is so good.
Like, you know Jake. He's just like a klutz. He's just Jake.
Oh, that's funny. So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna live with it?
It's just gonna live there.
Well, no, you need to do something to his car now.
Yeah, I thought about it.
No, but something he won't notice until like months later.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I thought about keying his car, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
God,
would,
no.
that would not be cool.
You need to, let's think about this. You need to find one of those like sticker decals that looks like something, like you hit it or something.
Yeah.
They have stickers that make it look like there's a bullet hole in the side of the door.
Yeah, exactly.
So either way, that was what happened to me last Saturday morning.
Would you slash his tire?
No.
It's honestly, fixing a tire would probably be cheaper than you fixing your bumper.
Yeah.
It's just, there's nothing like wrong with it. It's just like.
I mean, he damaged your property.
Yeah, he did. You can't have nothing nice in this world. Everybody just wants to ruin it.
Not around Jake. He's so just.
Yeah.
He's just.
And if you could just picture Jake in his car, just like
It's so funny though.
moving it back and forth, just looking at you like, you didn't tell me to stop.
That is so funny. I'm so glad you didn't tell me that over text and you told me that today. Because, dude, that is hysterical.
I mean, so yeah.
Oh, that's cool. When did that happen? This week?
Last Saturday, after I left your
Right
house, last Saturday morning. It was like 8:30 in the morning. I'm only been awake for like 45 minutes, and I have to deal with that. I didn't even have coffee yet.
Man.
Tell me about it, Ash.
How did you not just come unglued?
I did. I was heated, but my mom's like, calm down. And then, Jake's just like, it's just little holes. It's not going to affect anything. When you go to sell it, it's fine.
Not going to affect the resale value.
Yeah.
That is such a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear his side of the story.
There is no side to his story. He literally pulled in the driveway, inched up to my car, and I was like, okay, he's just going to stop because he's right there. No.
Yeah, that's funny. Did he
Unreal.
say sorry? Was he at all sorry, or was he
No,
laughing?
he was not sorry at all. It's Jake. Do you think he'd be sorry? He would be laughing.
No, that's really funny.
And he listens. So, by the way, Jake.
I know. He's going to open up right when he listens to this and be like, they're talking about it already.
He said I was over-exaggerating. I don't think I was.
Wow, that's funny. What a good way to start. This is going to be a good week. I'm
You
excited.
And listen, Jess, the goodness just keeps going. So
Tell me why.
do you know what's coming up Sunday?
We're playing at the church. No.
No.
Daylight savings time ends,
Oh.
and we gain an hour of sleep. Bring it on.
You know you're old when you're excited about daylight savings ends.
So I'll tell you why I'm also excited about it. So I hate going to work when it's still dark outside, like driving to work. So the flip side is that when you come out, it's going to be dark, but I think I would rather be going to work with the sun actually out. Because when I leave my house, it's like 7:20, 7:30, and it's still dark outside, I just hate it. I feel like I'm gone 14 hours by the time I get home.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, I'm the opposite.
So you like going in the dark?
Yeah. I feel like we talked about this. Did we talk about this recently?
Did we?
I go in the dark either way, with or without daylight savings, because I leave at 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some, I don't know who I was talking to about it. I like the fact that when you wake up early, like we wake up pretty early, I think all of us. You wake up earlier than most. We decide to wake up early. I love the idea of being awake and feeling like the whole world hasn't woken up yet. Like it gets my mind like easing out of night and getting into the day.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's darker for longer, I feel like I still have time to like prep for the day. But and then on the flip side though, like I like it when it gets darker outside, because after work when I get home and then say it's like 6:30 and it's already almost pitch black, I feel like before daylight savings you're like, oh, it's time for bed, and then you look at the time and you're like, it's only 6:30, and then you have like 4 hours to like hang out in your house at night. You know?
Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah.
But I totally understand that you don't want to go home and it's pitch black and it's like your day's done. You know, my dad hates it because my dad works outside after work every day.
Right.
He hates it because he gets tired when it gets dark, no matter what time it is. So now he's done working at like 7 o'clock and wants to go inside.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I get sleepy when it's dark out.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just the opposite.
Okay.
Which is funny because I've never been a morning person until I think I started like an actual like job, like UPS. I hated mornings. Now, if I wake up past 7 o'clock, I feel like I wasted my morning. It's odd.
Okay.
Like I feel like I have to me and Tim talked about it. You have to feel like you have to get up, get out of bed, and go right to work. I hate that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just something about I'm going outside and the birds are not even up yet. I should not be up. But I see where you're coming from. I also don't. I also don't. Cheers, guys.
We never did that.
I also don't like driving in the dark if I don't have to, you know? Especially because of the area that I live in, until I really get up to kind of the busy part of McDonough. There are deer everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I do not want to hit a deer. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to hit a deer at some point, but
So let's have this. When you go on vacation, do you guys leave really early in the morning to get there?
no.
Really?
No, we leave it like 11 a.m., 10, 11 a.m.
Wow.
We weren't like that.
No.
But we can't check in at the place we stay at until 3, and it takes like 5 hours to get down there. So
Okay, so you do it based off check-in time.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm again like that too. I want to wake up at like 5 a.m. and go. I want to get where I'm going and start my vacation as soon as possible. But I get it, if you're not checking in, you kind of got nothing to do, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Because I like driving in the mornings when I'm going on a trip. I like it when it's dark and no one's on the road because I feel like you're getting there. You know?
That I can get behind. Yeah. I'm following you there. It's more so that the vacations I've been on has been with the whole family, and we've got all that luggage in the car,
Yeah,
and you really don't want to drive around once you get down to where you're going for several hours and then try to get to the hotel and all that. So, but extra hour, boys. I'll always take it.
Yeah.
I always take that extra
I was
hour
worried
sleep.
when I saw it on my calendar because me and you always try to avoid the other daylight
It's in the
savings.
spring. Remember,
Yeah.
you spring forward
Yeah, okay.
and fall back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I remember seeing it on my calendar and being like, I wonder if Ash should notice that. But this is the good daylight savings.
Yes. Yeah. There, some of the years past where I've forgotten about
Yeah.
the spring forward and have been on it. It's just like,
Yeah.
man.
And you don't want to be like, hey, I can't do this
Not,
week.
yeah.
because I'm losing an hour.
Yeah. Well, and even if you bail, I feel like people know that he just doesn't want to come in.
Oh, yeah. And for the people that don't know, we play at the church and our practice times are, it used to be at 7 a.m. was downbeat.
Man.
You remember those days?
I'm glad that I did it, but I don't miss it, and I wouldn't do it now.
Yeah.
It's too early.
And we did 2 services back then also.
I was having to get up at 15 till 6 to get up there in time,
Yeah.
and we were not getting paid.
Yeah.
And it was 7 to 12:30 because
Yeah.
we were playing double services. And then the first 3 or 4 years, I was coming back and playing in the evening.
Yeah, I never did that.
I could only do it because I was in college, and like had class at noon the next day. But
Yeah.
there's no way I could do it now.
Yeah. Yeah, those are early days.
Good memories though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I had a emotional moment back in July. That was the 10-year mark for me playing with Scott.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to the man about it after one of the services and said, Scott, this is 10 years that we've been playing together. And he said something to me that was, it was a very kind comment. I got choked up.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you get choked up before.
Let me tell you something. I haven't seen myself get choked up very much, but it's another sign that we're getting up there in age, boys. It's like I've been here a decade.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me at work day before yesterday how long I'd been playing guitar, and said, well, it started when I was 14, so 15 years ago. So I've been playing longer than so of the years I've been alive, I've been playing more than I haven't been playing.
Yeah. I don't remember how old it was when I started.
It had
I
to have
wish I
been
knew.
around then. I don't know about guitar, but
Yeah.
you jumped on drums not long after that.
Before that. Drums was before.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
after that, I
After
started
you,
playing
you mean.
guitar, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So you were 14, so I would have been 13. Okay. Now I know. I've had the same answer for like 10 years of how long I've been playing. I always say like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. I've always said that. And then that guy at the church a couple weeks ago was like, hey, you guys did really good today. How long have you been playing? I said 5 to 10 years. And he goes, are you serious? And then I had to think about it. And I was like, no, maybe not. I don't know.
That's such a large margin
I
of
know.
of
That's
years
why I
for
say
only
it.
5 to 10.
That's why I say it, because I'm right or wrong, but it's a big gap if I'm right, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you could safely say 10 years at this point. Because you're
Yeah.
16. That would put you at 16 when you started playing. So, right? You're 26. 7. Okay. Yeah, you were playing at 17.
Yeah.
You can definitely say 10.
27, that's it.
Yeah. I'm the baby of the three of
Only
us.
29.
In 2 months. Less than.
And then it's all downhill from there, right?
Shh.
No, you got one more year.
One more year.
Yeah. We're going to enjoy it.
Then
I can't imagine when we're all saying, yeah, I'm 32, 34.
No, no, I got one more year until my gut, for no explicable reason, just gets larger.
Yeah.
The hairline starts to recede.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank God we'll still be doing this because we can keep up with it.
I start wearing nothing but gray shirts, solid gray T-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Tim. Tim's
wearing a gray t-shirt. This is a white t-shirt.
It's a.
That's gray. That's
Hey.
a heather gray.
But he did have something on over it. So.
I had a gray sweatshirt.
Yeah, but that's a nice gray sweatshirt. It's not solid.
Is it though?
You know,
Is it nice?
Jess, I was looking for other colors of that whole jumpsuit,
I'm sure you were.
and I can't find any.
What, for me for Christmas? or
No, for
something?
me. I want
yeah.
all the colors.
A nice red in that?
So
red
they have,
would look good.
They have red, black, gray, and white,
Ooh.
and I cannot find any of them on their website. So
That's good.
I try to get that red. Red would look good in that.
I would
All
like to
red?
have one for every day of the
The
week.
whole
just,
thing red?
just solid red
Just
like
all-
this.
All red with the words all over it like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I better see you at the cabin in February with that on.
Oh,
Another
so
one?
update.
Oh, that one.
I thought I was moving out at the end of February, but I checked my lease today. It's the February 1st. So I should have everything done by February
I'm
1st.
glad we booked it.
So,
Fantastic.
We're in. We already
So-
booked it.
I know you did.
So
you
we're
said,
going.
You said if you come or not, we're going at the end of
I did.
Right.
Yeah, I did.
So I'll be out of there by February 1st. So I'll have a month to.
And you already got the biggest thing moved out of your apartment.
It was never there.
It was
I
never
know.
there, Jess.
I know.
But
I really wish you
Wait,
would.
before we
Really?
move on,
All right,
before we
fine.
move on, I want to call Trey out on something because the man made a comment a few months back, and I haven't forgotten it, Trey. It was about the gray shirt, right? So we were at practice, and I had a gray T-shirt on, and Tim, we were leaving practice. I happened to have brought my satchel in, so I was packing my bag up in my gray T-shirt and my jeans. And Trey leans over to Jesse and says, he's really leaning into 30.
I forgot he said that.
Trey, you son of a...
Is that where you got the gray
you
shirt
son of a...
thing from?
It was one of those things where it's you're completely ignorant of it until someone points it out, and then you can never unsee it.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that's funny. So that's why you got that gray T-shirt comment. It's from
that's
Trey.
funny. I could see that.
I'm going to turn that into a T-shirt for your 30th birthday. I'm going to figure that out.
Oh,
You're going to love it.
heaven help.
You're
Did
gonna
you
love
see his interesting T-shirt?
No.
it. Yeah.
No.
Really?
Is it just a shirt that says...
Your dad loved it.
Oh, did he?
They wore it in front of him, yeah.
It's just solid black and white letters says interesting.
So he said he was going to have it made for me for Christmas. And so when I brought it, he goes, "How did you get that so fast?" I was like, "It's funny because I ordered it like a month ago before you even said anything about it. And it's ironic that you actually said something about it." But yeah, he loved it. I haven't worn it since though. I wore it to
should-
church once.
You should wear it every episode.
Every episode? No.
It's once a week.
Yeah. So?
Interesting.
Whatever.
I've got
Okay. I want to... Are we done with this?
Yeah.
With
wanna-
the random banter.
I want to...
wasn't planned.
I want to get to a subject because
Man looks right at me. Are we done with this? Yeah.
I want to find out the conclusion. It's November 4th. It's Friday,
Carry on, Tim.
and a OLED Switch came out today.
Did it?
Yes.
Don't
Interesting.
even start. Yeah, sip your
So
cream soda over there.
I obviously backed out of it because I purchased a Lego. Ashton was on the fence about it. He could have purchased it today, but he decided to be responsible. Because
Did you
he's-
purchase it? Are you telling us the truth?
Yes, I'm telling you the truth.
You're not going to show us a screenshot
I
of
can't hear
you. Either way, Jesse,
What?
all eyes are pointing on you. You said that you were going to go for it today and that you were going to leave us in suspense until now, but I kind of know you. I kind of feel like I know that it's a no. I don't know.
I'm opening a bag.
But is there anything in the bag?
Unbelievable.
Unreal, as Ashton would say. Oh my!
Whoa!
That's for you.
Ashton did say if you got it for him, he would get it. Ash, you said it.
Tim, I got a switch.
You know how hard it was keeping that secret all day?
Oh my God.
I got you a Switch, man. No,
I don't know what to say.
yeah, I know you did say. I was so panicked when you sent me that screenshot today and said it's in stock on Best Buy right now. In big bold letters, I said I was texting Ashton, "Don't do it," and then I waited. I was like, you know what? Maybe he won't do it.
Yeah.
But then he said, "I don't need to spend $400 right now," and it made me panic a little bit.
Let me see that box.
Yeah.
Man. So how many did they have? What was the story? Did they keep yours pre-ordered?
Target had 4 of them. I went there at 8 a.m. No one was there. So that's when I bought yours. Then GameStop, I just went and picked it up. I had to pay for it. Full price.
Beautiful.
It's awesome.
Ash, how are you feeling about it?
I'm just going to call Jesse the dealer. The man has now hooked me up with 2 consoles.
I hope I'm not putting you in a rough spot. He's saying, don't worry.
It'll be
about
all right.
it.
Ashton 3 hours ago, I can't spend
know.
$400. Ashton now?
I know, man.
We'll be all right.
I was on the fence of even being like, dang it, what am I going to do with it now?
That took me for a... Wow,
You weren't
2
expecting
of
that, huh?
them.
Yep. Yeah,
Send me the invoice.
I gotcha. Yeah, and I didn't open it yet because I wanted to open it with you. I haven't touched it all day.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
2 Switches were purchased.
2 switches.
Now listen, Jess, now that he's refunding you for this, you can get another one of those.
No, I need to pay off my credit card with that. It's not just free money.
It is for 6 months, right?
No. 6 months. Nah, for you it's 6 months.
Are you going to do an unboxing?
I thought about it. Are you gonna?
Go for it.
I can't do it alone.
I don't know if I'm going to open it yet, though.
What?
So neither of you are going to open it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, so you're going to hold on to it.
Yeah, I might keep it sealed for a little bit.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that.
How many did a GameStop get? Did you go to GameStop too?
I did. The guy almost didn't even know they were there, and he went in the back and got it for me. So I don't know
feel
how
like,
much I had.
by the way you're saying is no one even knew about this release.
Well, Target sold out. Best Buy was sold out when I was there, and I don't know about GameStop because I left right after I bought it. But I mean, the GameStop I delivered to said they only got 6 in stock.
Oh, man.
Which did you get my voice memo on Wednesday?
Hold on, let me think.
It was about the Switch.
If I don't remember.
Okay. I said when I was walking out of GameStop, I was like, hey, man, I'm delivering to this GameStop on Friday, and he said they have 6 and they're not going to sell out. So if you want me to get you one, let me know.
No.
And you never
You
responded.
never.
Okay,
if
good.
I either didn't get it or
And I almost sent it again,
I
but I
forgot
was like,
to listen to it.
I was like, I'm going to surprise him.
What a
now
guy.
you don't have a choice to think about it. You just got to do it.
Gosh.
If you don't want it, I'll return it or sell it.
No,
Or anything.
man. Oh. This man just keeps hooking me up with consoles.
Yeah.
What
it's
a time.
too cool, man. The Switch is too cool. I love it.
Mm.
I'm opening it tonight. I'm buying Breath of the Wild for it, too. I'm inspired to play it again.
The second one you're waiting? Or you're going to get
No,
the
I'm
first
going to get
one?
the first one again. Yeah.
On the big screen?
Yeah. And on my OLED.
That's pretty cool. So now Savannah has a Switch too.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you guys spent some money today.
Jess, you're a hell of a guy.
Thanks, man. I hope you like it.
As it says, I'm going to spend $1,000 on Christmas gifts next week, but here's
know.
another $400.
Jesse's like, I've got
I've
got plans for you.
Notice I did not respond to any of those text messages almost all day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't know how to respond.
I noticed.
Yeah.
I was
I just
like,
thought
oh,
maybe
no.
you were
I
busy.
was like, what do I do?
Makes sense now.
Yeah. And right when Tim got here at like 4 o'clock, he asked me right when he got here, and I was like, I'm not talking about it until we're on the show. And I had to hold it in for 3 hours.
That backpack did look a little thick,
Suspicious, right?
a little bulky.
Yeah. I knew I was going to put it in the closet, but I knew you would go in the closet,
Yep.
and I knew you wouldn't just open a random backpack.
Yep. I was going to go in that closet.
There was a lot of thought put into this today.
Nice.
What a guy.
I'm happy about it.
Cool.
You know what? I'm not going to worry about it because I'm planning on winning the Powerball this weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll be fine.
Did you end up getting some?
So I spent $20 on Wednesday, and I won $4.
There you go.
So Have y'all played?
No, never.
No?
My dad plays whenever it gets pretty high like this.
So it, as of today, it's up to 1.7 billion. Largest jackpot in history. 1.7
Inflation.
billion.
Wow.
2 people in Georgia won $1 million Wednesday night.
Jeez. I think we should go get some tickets tonight. I don't even know how to do it. You literally have to pick every number?
No. You can have, it's called a quick pick, where the machine picks the numbers for you. It's just randomly selects.
Do you think there's any sort of iffiness going on with that? Because the balls come out of the little thing, but are they weighted? I know they're really careful. Like they wear gloves when they're putting the balls in there and everything, so the oil doesn't outweigh it or anything.
Yeah.
You think it's pretty legit?
As far as I can tell. I mean, someone's going to win it.
What do you do?
That was actually what I was going to ask the two of
Yeah?
you, so that's great. So, first 24 hours, what do you do?
Well, you don't get it for a couple weeks, right?
Well, once you get the money,
You
first
know.
24 hours.
Start with this. What's the first thing you buy? Let's skip over the whole, I'm going to be responsible with a bunch of it. Let's not. No one wants to hear that.
You're definitely buying something.
What are you buying? You got a house. You got a car.
No.
Something. A Lego.
I think
A
No.
house, car. No.
I think I would take a breather and leave this state for about a week or two.
Okay.
And think
Take a-
about what
take
I
a vacation?
Think about what I want to do. I
With
would
all that money?
I would probably spend a vacation on like a yacht or a cruise or something in the middle of the ocean, drinking.
As he's pouring himself another glass of wine. For the people at home who don't know.
And then when I get back, I would probably start looking to escape McDonough, Georgia.
So you would move?
Yeah.
Money stopping you from moving?
Not necessarily.
So
But
do
if
it-
I had all the money,
So do it now.
if I had all the money, I can take people with me.
Who's
There
going
we
to go with you?
I like that idea.
You don't think people will go with you?
I'll go with you.
For your money?
Like, if you could have the same setup just in a different location, you wouldn't go?
We all have family that live here.
Yeah, they would all come. If you want all that money,
Are you buying all these people houses?
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You mean you would want to escape McDonough, right?
I want a free house. Cheers.
So I think it'd be cool to get buy like a lot of land, like 100 acres.
And build a house, like houses on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Have a
Have
combine.
have the way you want
compound.
Compound.
it. Yeah, compound.
Combine.
Have a place that you want, make it the way you want, everything.
Maybe a lake in the middle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way you think.
Cuz if we can get everybody to move out of this into like more secluded area, that'd be great.
Interesting. So you wouldn't buy anything. You would take a vacation.
I wouldn't
and then
buy
leave.
anything like a car or anything now. I would wait till
You wouldn't get a 400Z.
No. If I was to, I would get a Jeep Gladiator though.
There you go. I say we buy the Copper Hill cabins.
Pocket change if you have that money.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could buy our own mountain with that much.
I thought we liked Copper Hill though.
Just build next to it.
Build a mountain. That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna build a
Build
mountain.
a mountain.
I'm surprised by that answer, Tim. I didn't think you would take a vacation.
I would have to
He said take a breather.
Yeah.
pause for a second
Let me
because
pause.
I'd be in shock.
Think about what just happened.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't ruin it. You know, like really think about what you're gonna do there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
Would you guys get it monthly or would you get it a lump sum?
Oh no, take all of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Take that money. And just be responsible.
You would hire a wealth manager or some kind of an accountant.
Ashton.
That way they can put the money in places where it's safe and insured, then you would spend it. The first thing you want to do if you win, one is not tell anyone, and then two is hire someone that can give you professional advice on how to handle it.
Can you trust that hired person?
Yeah.
More money, more problems.
I'd hire Billy. Would I want to tell Billy? I could trust him. He got more money than God anyway. He ain't gonna take my money. Yeah, we both pointed at you when you said hire a wealth manager. I think you'd be the guy.
I don't know how qualified I am for that, though.
You know what you're doing.
Well, for me, I would definitely buy a house in Audi R8, and heck, at that point, it doesn't even matter. I'd buy a piano to put in the house.
You didn't even play piano.
Something about walking into a house and seeing a big black piano just sitting there.
That's what Trey said.
Yeah.
He would buy.
Yeah.
Which makes
These things
sense.
are expensive.
Yeah. Have you seen Pat's?
No, but
Pat's got a nice one.
I mean, some of those pianos are tens of thousands of dollars. It's crazy.
Steinways are like $200,000-$300,000.
Yeah. And that's what the church has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's huge. Fancy. I've played it.
I can't believe what I'm looking at, though.
The wine?
The switches.
There's a lot of switches on the table right now.
Switches everywhere.
Yeah. I like it.
Jesse, what about you?
What about me?
What would you
What would I buy?
spend your money on?
A GTR. Buy a house. Gibson Les Paul. What?
So would you sell this house or keep it? I assume you'd pay it off.
I'd pay it off.
Yeah.
And then look to sell it. Like, give me time to... I would build a house. I wouldn't buy a house. I really... Like, my dream's to build a house. So I think that's what I would do. Buy a piece of property, like Tim said, build a house.
Near or away from the city?
Like Atlanta or here?
Metro Atlanta.
More away. I would never move closer.
Yeah.
I'll never live closer to the city than right now. And then a lot of little stuff. Every Lego on the website.
Just bag up everything.
Every Lego. Yeah. I want to get a guitar. I want to get a car.
Which guitar?
Gibson Les Paul. Studio, probably.
Not the standard?
Is that the tier up?
Yeah.
I don't know tiers
That's the
yet.
creme de la creme. The
Standard?
studio's the one that's $1,200.
Oh, well, there you go. Standard.
How much of a price jump is that? Like when you're talking standard?
The standard's $2,600. So it's
Got a nice one.
a little bit more than double.
Oh, that's what you have.
Yeah.
No. I've got a traditional.
Oh.
No. Mine's a classic. It's a reissue of a 60s model.
Oh, okay.
So it goes standard, traditional, or classic, and then studio.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably get one of those. Yeah. It's fun to think about. I'd probably buy an old car too. I would get a GTR and then get like a
Another old car?
probably like a fastback Mustang maybe. Or like my first car, the Firebird. Maybe I'd get another like mint.
Would you get any practical luxury cars?
No. Why would I? Well, I mean, I'd probably get a Savannah car.
Probably.
That would be our practical car. She would have the practical.
I'm saying, would you get like a Tesla or like a Mustang Mach-E or something like that?
What, is only electric practical?
No, but those are the ones that we like.
No.
You love the Mustang Mach-E.
Not practical.
They're practical.
I don't
Enough.
think so.
Enough to get to point
No,
A to point B.
I don't think I would. More than likely, what a lot of my money would go to, I think, would be like when I build a house, have like a 3 or 4 car garage and kind of have a couple cars in there.
Or a 10-car garage. Or a garage that wraps around your house.
Yeah, that'd be the dream. That'd be nice.
You can get one like Bruce Wayne had in the Batman movie we watched, where it's just cars lined up.
Yeah, they're
or
angled
like the first
perfectly.
Iron Man movie.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the dream. And then his motorcycle is a whole nother row like
Yep.
that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Probably get a new drum set.
Probably.
Nicer one. Yeah.
So let me toy with the question a little bit. So you win $1 million. You're one of the two that won $1 million. What do you do with that?
Ooh.
I do have a question.
Okay.
So how much is it taxed on if you win the lottery?
So what I read at work earlier today, the 1.7 billion that it's at right now, after taxes, your take home would be somewhere around 780 million.
That's a lot of tax.
Almost $1 billion in taxes.
So then $1 million you would probably get.
I think it's like 60-ish% that they tax.
Somewhere
like
between
67.
40 and 60%.
But what's just flat million? Let's call it.
Oh, okay. We get the $1 million.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get a whole million.
I buy a house.
In this fake world.
I buy a house.
Yeah.
Buy a house.
At least pay off my house. Yeah. I want to be debt free.
Yeah. Pay off the car,
That's
pay
the
off the
goal.
house.
See, that I was interested in that in your case, if you would be like, okay, it's a great amount of money and that allows me to kind of throw off the debt shackles, but is it enough to where it's like, oh, I'm upgrading, or is it not enough?
Upgrading houses?
Right.
I don't think so.
I don't think it would be either.
No. That's
Especially
not
when
that's
normal houses are $300,000 and $400,000.
$1 million isn't life-changing money like it used to be. So,
But
that's
it can make you only work 3 days a week instead of 4.
yeah.
No, but not forever.
Not forever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not forever.
Yeah.
Especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
It would actually be better to just keep working the way you're working and then stop working
build up.
later on.
Yeah, exactly. It's just enough to give you a real good buffer to be like, if I play this right, I can retire early and be very smart with my money and be okay.
Yeah. It's a combination of your oh shit money, and if you ever needed FU money, like at a
Right.
job, where
Right.
it's just like people can shove it.
Yeah.
You'd have money to kind
Yeah.
of stay afloat. But I think that the house would probably be mine, but I would buy a custom shop Les Paul of some kind.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I would save the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or kind of do what Tim's dad's doing and do this just luxurious vacation. Invite a
one-
bunch of people
yeah.
for a week.
One real big
That would
vacation.
really be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait for that trip. April.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's gonna be a good time. If anybody wants to tag along, there's multiple bedrooms in the house that are
weekend is it?
vacant.
What week is it?
It's the middle of April. It's the middle of April. It's a whole week, over a week.
I have a wedding in April.
You always got something going on.
I know.
We need to talk about these yawns, Mr. Jesse.
I yawned?
You did this. Yes, you did this
Kid-
in last week's episode.
Yeah,
too.
but it also probably has to do with something that let's talk about what we're drinking because
Yeah.
we usually all drink alcohol, but this week, Jesse, tell us what you're drinking and
Jesse's
why.
had a rough week,
Yeah.
in a way.
No one really wants to hear about it.
Tell the
Boring.
people.
It's boring. I'm drinking cream soda. Because I got a wicked amount of poison oak this past week doing some yard work.
Adulting.
Yeah, I was adulting, and it's completely destroyed most of my body. It's going down now, but I'm on like a strong amount of steroids throughout this week to kind of combat it. But I've always been very susceptible to poison ivy, poison oak, all of that stuff. So when I get it hard. But it seems to get more hard every time I get it. So this time it was, bubbling off of my arm and legs. It was on all 4 of my legs and my stomach.
You have 4 legs.
What'd I say? I'm not even drinking. I can't use that excuse on alcohol anymore.
It was all 4 of my legs.
On all 4 of my arms and legs, on my stomach, and a little bit on my neck. So I've just been out of it this week, man. I can't take warm showers. They got to be cold showers because it'll spread. I have to sleep in long sleeve shirts and a pants because it'll get in my sheets. I have to change towels every time I shower. Every 20 minutes at work, I'm rubbing alcohol all over wherever it is. So it's been a rough week, but I can't drink alcohol on this medication. So taking a week off.
Well, I'm drinking some wine this week, a whole bottle. I'm halfway done.
Yeah, you're drinking enough for the both of us.
And
how's it treating you? All right.
Let me tell you, I had a sub before this thinking it would cushion it, but wine sneaks up on you. And I'm feeling good.
I knew it would.
Ash, what are you drinking this week?
Crispy Mickeys, Tim. Crispy Mickeys.
We need to get that on a shirt.
Does anyone else ever call it Crispy Mickeys? Is that a thing?
Only Dan.
Do you think he came up with that?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It also wouldn't surprise me, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Dan's a witty guy.
Yeah, that's true.
So it is another Friday, and
Yeah, episode 11.
10.
Oh,
Cabin doesn't count.
double digits. Yeah, you're right. Double digits.
10 years old. No. Number 10.
Ash, you got a hair hanging off your...
I almost was going to go grab it off of him. Left side. Right? Yeah. Nailed it. That was good.
Could have told me.
I did. The first time I
didn't
saw
want
it,
to
I told
interrupt.
you.
Thanks, Tim.
First week in November.
Crazy.
Halloween's over. It is officially Thanksgiving time.
The holiday season.
It's among us.
Did you do anything fun at work for Halloween? Did anyone even acknowledge it was Halloween?
They had people dress up, but it's hard to dress up when you're working. So it was mostly like HR and the managers and directors and supervisors. They all dressed up, and I'm just like, no, I cannot. This one lady had a full-on alien costume with the whole helmet over her head.
A worker?
No,
Or
a supervisor.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
with the big hands and the big feet. I was like, how?
Wow.
How? But I didn't even have anybody trick or treat. Like, I feel like trick or treating is dead.
It is.
I think so too.
I haven't had anybody, and my parents didn't have anybody. We bought all this candy, and I'm just, we didn't use any of it. I'm just eating it all at the house.
Yeah.
So.
I wore my my pumpkin button-up shirt on Monday. Be a little festive. I'll walk in, get a couple compliments from people. Like, oh, don't you look nice? Oh, happy Halloween, things like that. Man, people just keep coming in. Just nothing. It's a building full of Scrooges. I'm like, folks, it's Halloween.
Were you the only one that observed it?
The closest I got was this girl walked in. She's like, I love your shirt. I have an eye patch in my bag. It's like, yeah, but you don't have it on. Literally, just no one observed it.
I don't know. It's one of those holidays that I don't really pay attention to as I get older.
Yeah. It's just nice to have a fun day, though,
Yeah.
kind of break up the monotony of the everyday. But what are we? Is it 4 weeks from yesterday till Thanksgiving? 3 weeks? It's in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
He's
looking at his
checking.
calendar.
He's fact checking.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The 24th.
Yes. I'm excited.
I can't wait.
Which remind me, are you going to be absent on Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Nope, don't like that.
I know. We're driving back Christmas Day.
That's what I told my parents. They were asking me. I told my mom, I think you're driving back Christmas night.
No.
So the
Nope.
afternoon?
We're probably going to leave like 2 to 3 o'clock.
So night. 6
I
o'clock,
mean, we'll get
7
back.
o'clock.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to make a pit stop?
If we're doing something.
Ash, you gonna swing by?
Let me know.
All right.
What are we doing? We need to plan something. Because if we need product, we need to know soon.
Well, just put it this way. My dad said he wouldn't be opposed to cracking something open.
I say worst case, we each just get a booster of whatever we want and just do it.
Wait, speaking of boosters,
Ooh.
Delivered today.
Oh, you haven't even gotten it yet.
Delivered
a
today.
Switch and a booster box all on the same day?
I know.
Now,
This
is that
Ash,
what you're doing
Merry
tomorrow?
Christmas
This is
to
not
you.
not good?
Is this what you're doing tomorrow? You can open it
What's
tomorrow?
No, I'm going to wait till next week when I come over.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a booster of the new set. It comes out on Friday.
Some Galugias coming out.
What?
Some Lugias.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The new
yeah.
Silver Tempest?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Did you see the legendary? You think that's going to be in?
The 3. No, those were Japanese cards.
So they're not. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll show you.
Tim needs to see them.
Yeah. Yeah, that Zack sent us those today. The legendary Pokemon. Yeah, I'm gonna see if Jesse is gonna get boxes in I'll go to him sometime this week and see. If not, I just probably won't be able to do it.
Zach, buddy, you need to be listening to the podcast.
Does he? I think he listened once.
I don't see Zach as being a podcast guy.
Yeah.
Is
I
he
feel
still
like-
a Pokemon guy?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Huge.
He's where we get all information from now.
He got the Charizard Premium Plus Deluxe Limited Edition box.
Opened it.
Opened it.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's not
He collects the cards.
I differentiate between collectors and people who enjoy the hobby. He enjoys the hobby. He doesn't care about sealed value, right?
Not sealed.
no.
Yeah, so he'll
The
just
cards,
open it
yes.
regardless.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I wish I could be like that.
He
Me
wants
too.
he wants the hard hitters, but he opens everything he gets.
I wish I could be like that.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. If I know something sells for
Exactly.
3 times more, I cannot open
Exactly. It doesn't, dude. It's only selling for $450 right now.
For right now.
Even when the OLED switches stop being made, the console's still going to sell for what you paid for it today.
No, I know it's impossible to lose money.
Yeah.
But 3DSs that came out 4 years ago are selling for $900.
Yeah, but do you want to wait 4 years to double your money? Or do you
No,
want to enjoy it for
I'm
those
talking
4
about
years?
a DS that was originally $200.
Yeah.
So you're almost
But
5 times.
The DS is, you can't compare that to the DS will always be way better than the Switch.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Decisions.
Well,
big deal.
You have time.
Yes.
Looks good though.
I am jealous though.
Yeah, it does.
I
So
am
you're not
jealous.
going to play the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the new Pokemon and Scarlet and Violet Switch.
The game hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, but when it comes out.
It hasn't come out yet, but the Switch has. I thought
Yeah.
it all came out the same
I know.
day.
Now in 2 weeks, I think
It comes out in 2 weeks.
Isn't that
I thought it
stupid?
came out today.
I know.
This
No.
is how Nintendo
It doesn't.
operates.
It doesn't even come with the game that the console's modeled
They're
after.
just building hype. Congratulations on your new Pokemon Switch.
No, I
you can
really
play the game
thought-
in 2 weeks.
I really thought the game and everything came out today.
The OLED Switch is 2 years old and the game is not out yet. But
Yeah.
still, they released
and
a
I
new OLED
and I
Switch.
set a reminder on my phone to order the games tomorrow. So I've still got to buy like $1,200 in Christmas presents.
That blows my mind.
I'm going to be spending a cool 2G bag this weekend.
I said something in the chat today. I said something about a
Let me
G
just
bag.
spend the G bag.
Cinema pullover
You're
that's
nuts.
$1,400.
Oh yeah.
Is that how much it was?
You didn't
Oh
look
my
at the price.
God. I didn't see it on the photo.
I said, let me
I
just drop
clicked
a
on it.
You had
G
to tap
bag.
on it.
Oh my God.
It was like $1,400.
It was like, yeah, it was 14. I said, let me just drop a G bag real quick.
But a G bag to you is no set price. So when you said it, I was like, oh, $100 sweater. That's cool.
a G bag to me is 1,000.
Oh my God. No, but it was $200 when you first used it because it was Ashton's bookstore spending money. You said a cool G bag.
No, that's what I thought he was going to spend.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
I'm just jealous of these Switches. It makes me.
Dude, I
miss it.
wanted to get you one.
No,
You kept saying you don't want one.
you know me. I wouldn't.
I know.
have.
I know you wouldn't have. You would have said, I want it. Throw it back.
If it was in my face, I wouldn't have said no. But I don't want it.
I know. That's why I asked you yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually, I double checked, man. And I was like, is he going to feel bad that I didn't get him a Switch?
If I didn't get the castle, you know I would have.
I know. That's so going back to the card things. That's why I'm having trouble with like the Legos right now. Like it's like they're going to double in value in a year.
Yeah.
So it's hard to enjoy this hobby that I've loved all my life without buying 2 of everything and then opening it.
It stops being a hobby if you only think of the money though.
And Lego's never not going to be a hobby for me though. That's the thing.
Well, if you don't build any of them, it is.
Yeah, but it's been the consistent interest since I was probably like 6 years old. Like I remember my dad buying me my first Lego.
So-
Like I've always built Lego.
Did you put it this way? Did you even think about the value of the Millennium Falcon in 3 years before you opened it right
No.
away? So you just cut into
Nope.
it and opened it right away.
That was something I saved for such a long time, and I knew before I bought it, I am enjoying the heck out of this.
Yeah, he wanted that for a long time.
I know. But just think in 3 years, when they retire it, it's going to be like, I think it's going to be $1,500.
I do also, but here's the thing. You got to worry about shipping it. You got to worry about paying for
so
shipping.
big.
you got to worry about paying taxes on it after you sell it.
I get all that, but I'm saying like if you knew you could double or triple your money on that, you would have kept it sealed.
No, because at the time I knew I could have.
Yeah.
I still can. There's still.
So I guess you just don't like these sets as much as
I don't know.
I will say this. Wasn't retail $800? Okay, so to triple his monies, you're talking $2,400 plus taxes.
A
and
Lego
all that.
can get to that.
But how
I
many
don't
people
think
will
that one,
pay
though.
for that?
I don't think that will more than double its value.
No.
Legos now don't. The ones that are worth quadruple prices are from like 15, 20 years ago. They're
Yeah.
original sets.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I don't think, and this, I want to have this conversation with your dad. Toys that are made now are so mass produced, it seems like, that they're never going to be what toys are worth now from when they were 20 years ago. Like original action figures that are made 20 years ago now are worth so much money. But I don't think it's going to be the same compounded interest as it is now because of how much stuff is produced.
Yeah. No, I was actually looking at, there was a line of Batman and Batman Beyond figures in 2001 to 2003, I believe, that I had a bunch of as a kid, and I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped on eBay to see how much it would be to get them. Some of them are still sealed, and they're like $35.
Yeah.
They were $8 when I was a kid, so it's like, yeah, they're 4 times more, but they're $30.
Yeah.
You know, that's not an investment.
Yeah.
I get that.
And I'd like to have that conversation with your dad because I'm sure he has a good idea about it. I don't know. I just kind of have that feeling of
I do get what Tim is saying, where if you let money creep into your hobby too much to where you're caring about the money and then the hobby,
yeah, it's
or you're in the hobby for the money, you're not really enjoying the hobby. But I do think that monitoring price adds an extra dimension to a hobby where you can actually enjoy it because you're looking at it from an angle of, I really like this particular thing, as well as the dimension of value. So you're tracking what is desirable in this space right now.
I just don't like looking at a set that is coming out and I'm like, do I want to buy this or is it not going to be sold out?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like thinking of.
Yeah.
Like if I like it, I want to buy it. I don't want to think about if it's going to sell out or if it's going to hold value.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I hate about myself with collecting.
Well, I think we saw this with Pokemon in 2020 and 21. So many people jumped into the space thinking, oh, this is just, as Rudy says, it's just free tendies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just jump in. I'm guaranteed to increase my money. And none of those people are in the space for the hobby, you know?
Yeah.
But it is a fine line, but I do think that you can integrate that in to where you're tracking certain things and saying like, okay, this is the desirable aspect of whatever I'm doing. And it does give you something to try to strive towards. You know, Pokemon has these prize cards.
It is fun to have stuff that people only can think of obtaining.
Yeah.
Like if in 5 or 10 years when that's been gone and people are like, that's like my grail and you have it, like that's cool.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's a grail then and why you bought it is 2 different things, and you're like, it just so happened that it's become like this unattainable thing, but I bought it just because I loved it. That's
that Lego set specifically means more than I think most things in this room, if not one of the most important things in this room, because there's so much attachment to it. It's a hobby that I've been into for over 20 years, and it's the biggest Star Wars set. Star Wars is a big part of my life. I literally saved for a year to buy that set. And I right when I got it, I was like, I'm building it. I opened it that day.
You put a lot of time into it.
Yeah, 26 hours. I mean, I timed it. I did a time lapse of me building it. I mean, that was a huge thing for me. And I don't regret it one bit. If that thing retires tomorrow and is worth $2,000, I'm never going to sell it. I'm not going to regret opening it. That's just one of those things. Unfortunately, it's only for that Lego. Like all the other Legos I have, it's like I don't want to open it because it may be worth something.
Yeah.
So it's a fine line. I'm trying. Me and Tim talked about it a couple times this week. I'm really trying to find the line of what hobby do I just keep as a hobby? What investments do I just keep as an investment? Which is why when I got the Switch, I was like, I'm opening the Switch. I want to enjoy it. Not saying you do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But I was like, I love the Switch. I wanted to upgrade Switches anyway. I got the new Switch. I'm going to open it and play it, So I'm trying to be able to just make those decisions and then live with it,
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at with stuff.
And back to what you were saying, I don't think, like, some of these aren't big, but, like, that one is. And I don't ever see you, like, even if it doubles, like, you still have to pay shipping, taxes.
Exactly.
I don't think it's worth it.
If I can't sell it on Facebook for cash, I'm not going to go through that trouble.
I wish that we had something local where, like a flea market, where you could go on a weekend and have stuff like that to sell, sneakers or whatever it is, and people can just pay you in cash. There's no taxes, there's no shipping. Both sides win in it, and you can keep all that as unreported income.
Yeah.
But
without going to a flea market and renting a stall for, a weekend.
right.
Are we about to fix flea markets? Should we come up with a game plan?
Yeah, but then you would have to figure out how to pay for the space.
Yeah, which is why. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So,
I would say your Pokemon cards are a good investment, but I think you should keep Legos as a hobby.
I agree with you. If I had, I don't know, we say this every week, but this is actually true. If I had display areas, I would be building those to put them on display. I don't want to build them and then put them in my closet and close the door.
Yeah.
Like those, I don't regret building because they're on shelves. People can see them. So
my one thing when I get my own place, I might even purchase them next year when I'm at home. I want to buy 2 glass Detolfs.
Yeah.
And I think everything looks so much better in glass Detolfs. Even Legos.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You can display anything in them, and they look so clean. They're only like 120.
I think they're 100.
Yeah.
I think they're $99.
So if I just get a couple of those and line them up and just put everything in it, I would love to build everything I have.
Yeah.
I agree. How do we get on that? Talking about Legos?
We kind of weaved
over
our
the
way down a few paths there.
This is fun. I like doing this with you guys.
Yeah. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Doesn't matter.
You guys are good company. So this made me think about with how you would pay to rent a space for a flea market idea, and you need to generate some kind of money to do that. There is someone else that's trying to generate money right now to run something.
We about to talk about Elon?
We're about to talk about Elon. Have you guys been following this at all?
You
this week?
need to catch us up.
Have you, Tim?
Pat informed me a little
Not
bit.
really.
I'm surprised.
I've like went in and out, but I don't know.
It's
that
been
much
an
going
eventful
on.
week at Twitter.
When he's talking about how people need to pay for the
Yeah.
for the check, and then these negotiating prices with these people. Do you got a timeline of what you can like actually update us on?
A lot has happened. So the man walks into Twitter headquarters last Friday with a sink,
A full-size ceramic sink.
like a sink.
Yes.
What was the pun?
Let this sink in.
Let this
The
sink
door-
in.
Let this sink in. Yeah. Excellent. And did you see the video? He was saying it as he was walking into the headquarters. It wasn't fake. I love it. Let this sink in.
So last Friday he comes in, takes over, fires the CEO, the CFO, the head of their legal team, and the head of public safety or customer safety or something like that. And since then, there's been this talk about, well, he's going to come in and do these massive layoffs and all these people are going to lose their jobs. So over the weekend and then at the start of the week, there were tweets that were coming out of people saying that they were being asked to work 60 to 70 hours a week. And there was a picture of a woman that had brought a sleeping bag to work, and she was like sleeping in the floor.
Wow.
From where she was allegedly had this deadline that she had to meet, and she couldn't even go home. She just had to sleep at work. So the media has just been lambasting Musk all week long, which I'm sure he expected this. None of the people on the left side of the political spectrum are happy about this. He's made some people on the right side not happy too. But anyway, I think that either yesterday it was announced formally or some kind of internal memo leaked, but he's basically going to lay off half of the staff, which comes out to 3,700 people, I believe.
Jeez.
Now, he's getting serious heat for this. And there were tweets, and I read something on IGN this morning, and the article was about the people that were getting laid off, and it said, "Our hearts are with those who are losing their jobs at Twitter." It was like, they're...
Is this 9/11 again?
Exactly. Was this a mass shooting?
Wow.
Like, our hearts are with you, whatever. But he's getting tore up over that. And even... So think about it like this. One, the company's private now, right? He bought the company with his money. Whether you like he's a billionaire or not, it's his money. And it's his company. He can do whatever he wants with it.
What a guy.
He can shut it down tomorrow if he wants to. Okay, so he comes in, and now that he owns the company, he has to take charge. Why would you keep a CEO if you're coming in to take charge? That's what the CEO does.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way that guy could have been surprised by that. And then Elon has successfully run company after company. He knows how to set up leadership, okay? He did not need anyone in Twitter. And to be honest, some of the upper staff at Twitter are douchebags. So I wouldn't want them there either. But he cleaned house. Now, the thing with the 3,700 and then them making people work a bunch of long hours, I don't know if y'all have ever listened to Elon on podcasts talk about Tesla or SpaceX. Yes. Elon wants the best of the best working for him. He does not care about, and he's one that he will interview people that don't have a college degree. He's very unconventional in that way, but he also is not interested in holding people's hands and making sure they feel comfortable in their work environment. He's got goals that he wants to accomplish. He wants the best people working for him. He'll give them the environment to thrive in, but he expects them to dive in, and this is their life. So I feel like the whole 70-hour work week, sleeping on floors, he was trying to separate wheat from chaff, and remember, this is a place in San Francisco, and these are 20 and 30-year-olds that are probably not all, the ideal work ethic. And some of them were refusing to come to the office because of COVID, right?
Watch him move it to Texas to Twitter.
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, especially when he has to keep paying that rent.
Yeah.
I'm sure the rent's just unbelievable. But so he's just getting, the poor people at Twitter getting laid off, losing their jobs. It's heartbreaking. They're going to file a lawsuit against him for, what do you call it, unlawful termination or something like that. So what they're not reporting is that Meta has done a hiring freeze, and they're laying people off right now. Amazon is doing a hiring freeze, and they're laying off corporate employees, not warehouse and delivery. They need more people for that. They're corporate. They're laying people off right now. Okay, Facebook, Meta, Lyft is laying people off. So this is not only Elon firing people because he's a dick.
Yeah.
And this also worries me, Tim, because when you see companies this size start doing this, I think Apple's doing the same thing. When you see companies start doing this, recession's coming.
Yeah.
Because these companies have bottomless bank accounts. They're doing this because they're having to tighten up. So that I don't like.
I saw, yeah.
I don't like reading at all. But so that part is stupid. And it sucks that people are losing their jobs. Like I understand that is not something that you want to have happen.
It was funny because even Elon said that half the people at Twitter don't even do anything anyway.
Right, and again, that's why I think that he's doing this as an efficiency.
Yeah.
And he wants to run the company as well as he possibly can.
Yeah.
And he's got a track record where the man knows how to run a company.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's one piece of it. Another piece what Jesse brought up is the verification. So the blue check mark by people's names that mostly celebrities have. So because Twitter is now private, Elon is not getting any funding from shareholders. There's no stock.
Which
So-
I bet you if he kept it public and just because Elon was the CEO, that would have skyrocketed just because how many people love him.
Or would it have tanked like Tesla
It
did
could have
when
gone
he
either
was-
way.
When he was like
I-
talking.
I think
Stuff about it.
I think it would have went up for
Think so?
a while.
So does he have plans of eventually bringing it back, or it's just him?
I don't think so. I think he's going to keep it private.
Because
Now,
if he takes it public, you can't
He'll
do
lose-
whatever you want.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
so he 100% owns the company. There's no one else telling him what to do. Now, the way that he's going to have to earn his money to keep the lights on is advertisements. But he is wanting to be selective with the advertisements that the advertisers that he uses on the platform. He wrote a memo that basically told advertisers that we want to make sure that the content people see is relevant to them and is not bullcrap.
Mm-hmm.
So he's planning to tailor the advertising where it's not as annoying as possible. But he's got to keep revenue coming. And based on what has come out, Twitter was not really making any money at all before this. So he's got to find ways to shore up money without charging people just across the board to be on the platform. So one of those ways that he came up with is this verification for all the famous people that have their blue check mark. He started off saying it was going to be $20 a month. You keep your blue check mark, verifies you, but you got to pay $20 a month. The politicians and Hollywood celebrities just lost their minds. We got to pay $20 a month? Who does this guy think he is?
They will.
Stephen King's.
Yeah, of course they would.
They will.
Yeah.
Stephen King's like, he should pay me for being on the platform. It's like, screw you.
Yeah.
These are people paying $14.99 a month for Netflix.
Yeah.
So Elon, I think, responded to King's tweet and said, "How about $8 a month?" And they're complaining about $8 a month. It's like, you people spend that on Starbucks in a day.
He's haggling with him. What other CEO of a company haggles subscription prices?
Right?
Everyone else is going up. He went down over 50% of his original price.
He had a great tweet a couple of days ago. He said to all the complainers, keep complaining. You'll have to pay $8. So it's just, and even MKB's like complaining about it. It's like, you people have plenty of money. $8 a month is not going to break the bank for you. So shut up.
No.
It's, you already have preferred status. All you gotta do is pay $8 a month to keep it.
They wouldn't even miss that in a billion
No,
years.
it's a rounding error.
And
for
they'll
these
write it
people.
off because they use it for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write off $8.
So it's so stupid.
And the way society is, they'll pay it because they like that blue check.
Of course.
They'll do it.
If they haven't noticed, the internet has shifted to where everything is subscriber, membership, subscription based. Everything. People want you to pay a recurring monthly fee. It doesn't matter what it is. So it shows how stupid these people are. They think he can just run this company and make no money.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's kind of what's going on there.
I love it. Why do you think he did it? Why did he buy Twitter?
I think he really does believe that it is the most important social platform, in terms of conversation and how influential Twitter is, especially in news, in the way that news is disseminated, and the way that journalists use Twitter as a gauge for what's really happening. And Elon could see that Twitter was tipping the scales on certain issues in favor of certain outcomes. And he's saying he's gonna keep things balanced and fair and free speech. So hopefully he does. But
Yeah.
I still think the greatest thing the man could do for humanity is just unplug the damn thing.
Yeah.
But I think it will be better off with him at the helm. Hopefully he can continue to absorb all of this negativity and hate that he's getting and just keep sailing ahead.
I think it's great that he used to be such a beloved person on the left.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be far left, and then he saw through the BS, and now he's kind of just become their worst enemy.
Yeah.
And he's become the greatest guy for all of us. Like, people our age love Elon Musk. We love him.
Yeah.
And I think it's things like this where he brings a kitchen sink into the headquarters and makes jokes about it.
Yeah.
I think that's why people love him so much, because he's actually genuine
He's
and
a
real.
real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just doesn't give a anymore. So.
Yeah.
And he's now CEO of Twitter, chief engineering head of SpaceX, and then I believe he's CEO of Tesla. How?
Yeah.
How do you run 3 companies like that?
3 massive successful companies.
Listen, Tesla's worth like $800 billion. The whatever good smart company, whatever he has is private.
Boring company?
Boring company, whatever is private. Twitter's private. Which, how much did he pay for Twitter? Like
44 billion?
44 billion.
44, yeah. Which, if you really think about it, is a lot, but it's pocket change time. Imagine having that much money, you could just buy whatever you want.
I don't know how this works exactly, but his net worth only went down $20 billion. I don't know how that happens, but
He figured it out.
only $20 billion.
Which
Only
is
20.
it's huge on his part, because it seems like that's why he's doing it. He's been on Rogan multiple times saying Twitter is awful, it needs to be fixed. It seems like he spent $44 billion to support free speech and honest whatever you call it, publicity, honest news. So if it doesn't seem like he's doing it to turn around and make billions of dollars out of it.
No, I don't think he's doing this for money at all.
Exactly, which is so huge.
He's
Who
not-
does that?
He's not doing SpaceX for money either.
Yeah.
He
He's
really
doing
just
it-
wants to get to Mars.
Wants to push humanity.
Right.
I think he's just at the point where he can't. Money doesn't matter to him. He only wants to see things.
He's making an impact.
Yeah, he's making an impact.
I
He
think
doesn't care.
Yeah, I think it's clear that he doesn't care about money because he lives in a small house.
Yeah.
He's not flashy. The guy is not like other billionaires in that.
I didn't even realize how many kids he had until just a couple weeks ago.
How many?
One thing that was funny, he dated Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the day he took over, her account was deleted.
Did he really?
Now, they're saying that she deleted it, but I just thought it would be so funny if he
How petty
if he
is that?
deleted
I
her
love
account.
How many kids does he have? I thought he only just had one.
No, he has like 6 or 9.
What?
Doesn't he have like
all
6?
right. All right, Google.
Oh,
Here we
I
go.
didn't know that. I only knew about the one he had with Grimes.
No, I think he has
I have the Lego
quite a
store up.
few kids.
Are you sure? How many babies does he have? 10.
Yeah, he's
He
got a
has
lot.
10 children.
He has a lot.
Damien, Saxon, Kai, Griffin, Nevada,
It blew my mind.
Vivian,
It blew my
Wow.
mind. I was like,
and XAE minus 12.
see, that's the only one I knew of. And
Me
then,
too.
And then when I saw, it, I
Because
was
of the
like,
name.
he was like, he has 9 kids. I was like,
Wow. Good for him.
Man,
yeah, he's got a lot.
I wonder how many different women that was with.
I bet I can
I thought
find
you
out.
would have known that.
I didn't know that. I thought he only had the one.
First 6 are with his ex-wife.
Mm.
A couple finally divorced. So at least 6 with one.
Listen,
He only had one with Grimes, so that's 7. So there's 3 other children to account for.
Mm-hmm.
Good grief.
Yeah, the man's got a lot of kids.
I think he's been married like 4 times.
Not
too.
that it matters at that
No.
stage.
3.
She's got so
No.
much money.
No.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Neither of you knew.
Oh,
you guys
he had a
both said
surrogate
it,
kid.
so I thought I was wrong. I was like,
Yeah. He had a surrogate kid after
Oh.
like his most recent one.
Grimes? With Grimes?
Yeah.
Get out.
Mhm.
I'm just learning all kinds of things
I
about the
know.
man. So Elon is 1 weekend to be in the chief twit.
He has a set of twins and a set of triplets from his first wife. He had 5 kids with his first wife, a twin and triplets.
Wow.
imagine having twins and triplets.
He can afford it.
Yeah, I know he can.
Wow, you learned something new. This is why we do this. You know?
I saw that and I was like, is this true?
Wow. I like Elon. He's good people.
Yeah.
So that's an update on Twitter this week.
It's interesting. Every time I say that now, I'm gonna think of your dad.
Think of your dad, of Tim's
Interesting.
dad.
Every single time. Yeah. Hey, we need to catch up on Aaron Judge for a minute.
Yeah, I've kind of been following that this week too. I'm not too concerned about it, but I've also seen some images of the man photoshopped in other teams' jerseys, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Because you saw he unfollowed the Yankees.
I think that's just to get more money. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's coming back. He's going to hit 70 home runs next year.
You really think he's going to come back to the Yankees?
I hope so.
I hope so, because we all just bought jerseys of him on the Yankees.
No, they're going to be worth even more now.
You think so?
Yeah, they'll discontinue them,
Yeah, they would have to stop
and that's
selling
his
Yeah.
home run year.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I guess, but
that's
jerseys
true.
don't really increase, do they?
them. Either way,
I'm not that I would sell mine, but
No.
just they'll become more desirable.
I guess so.
I don't see him wearing another jersey. I don't see him going to another team. He looks like a Yankee.
Because we haven't yet. Yeah, he does look like a Yankee.
Like, he just fits Yankee.
Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that the people were booing him as he was walking off the field for the last time? Do you think a person of his stature would take that into account when making a decision like that?
Why were they booing him?
They were blaming him for losing the series.
So they were saying that he hit all these home runs during the regular season, and he only hit, I think, 1 or 2 times during the postseason.
Right, because the man was holding back from hitting home runs on purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And no one else was really hitting consistent home runs.
Give me a break.
Yeah. So I wouldn't. I don't know if they would. They say they would blame him because I feel like their defense played worse than their offense did. They were hitting balls,
Yeah.
but the way they were playing defense was they were running into each other, dropping balls, overthrowing. I wouldn't say it was his fault necessarily.
No,
and
it's definitely not.
no,
Yeah.
and I would think that the only reason he unfollowed all Yankees was to
Didn't want to
get
see
more
it.
money.
maybe.
It's
Oh, you think so?
bargaining.
Yeah, I think
He's saying, like, I'm going to leave. What are you going to offer me?
I think he'll stay. I think his contract will probably be like 4 or 5 years, like over $300 million.
Do you think they send him an offer?
Yeah,
He'll definitely get
100%.
an offer.
He'll definitely get an offer, but do you think it's going to be an offer, a real offer? You think
Yeah.
it's going to be over 3?
Yeah,
It needs to be.
it needs to be. It needs to start with a 3.
Mm-hmm.
If it starts with a 2, he's going.
So put odds on it. You think he's coming back?
Yeah, I say it's 70-30. I think all this is just him creating hype.
But if he's going to leave, now's the time to do it.
Yeah,
If he wants
'cause
money.
he's not like he just broke a record and he's a free agent. Like,
Do you think he wants
can-
money more or a championship more right now? They're playing tonight, too, aren't they, the World Series?
Astros could win it tonight. They're up 3-2.
I haven't watched a single
Yeah,
game.
I haven't either. So do you think it's money or a champ with him?
I don't think it's money. I don't think he has to worry about money.
I don't know. Most people at that.
But then
level.
again, I don't know what he's
It's tomorrow.
wanting. I don't know what he's
Yeah,
wanting.
that's true.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
If it
Because
was-
he's still early in his career. He shouldn't be caring about money right now. He should be caring about winning. Or it's the opposite, actually. He wouldn't want, like, if he doesn't win a championship in 10 years when he's about to retire, he's going to want a championship. He's not going
I
to care
feel like
about
we
money.
can always go back to Tom Brady. Tom Brady never cared about the money. He always took a pay cut so he could win more championships.
Yep.
I guess it just depends on what you want. Like, he broke a record, and if he wants the money, then I guess he goes wherever the biggest contract is. But if he wants a
Yeah, but Tom Brady made that clear from pretty much when he
Yeah.
started. He did not care about money. He wanted to be a winner.
yeah,
I haven't seen that
no
from Judge.
But my thing is, like, you're already making so much money. Why does, like, anything extra matter? Like, if you're making 20 million, 30 million a year, why does it matter if you make 45 million a year?
I agree.
Yeah.
You're never going to have to do anything after baseball ever again. You're never going to have to worry about
If they'd be
anything.
smart with it, most people don't.
So even if the Yankees offered him $300 million flat, I think he should stay.
I think he's going to stay. I'm not 100% sure.
Like $300 million for like 5 or 6 years.
And you know, if it's like just under 3, everyone's going to tell him, do not take that.
Yeah.
So they have
it's
to offer at least 3.
They have the money to do it too. They could spend the money.
Oh, yeah.
So
Do they have cap in MLB? Cap space?
I don't know.
Like cap levels and stuff?
Because I know some contracts are like $450 million.
Man, I wish you wouldn't have told me about fans booing him.
Yeah, man.
What a joke.
I know.
He sets a record for a season, and that's how you end it. What a joke.
I get they got swept by the Astros, but
The Astros are damn good.
are really good, and all those games that they lost were by like 1 or 2 points. Like, they weren't like blowouts.
Yeah.
They lost 5-6 one game, 3-4 one game, 2-0. Like, they weren't like getting blown out. They were getting like thin line across, but they just had a better offense than the Yankees did.
That stinks.
Yeah.
I hope to see him there again. I want to wear my jersey next year.
I'll wear it regardless. I still like Judge as a person wherever he goes. Like, he's a good guy.
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
he's I wouldn't care. So,
August, right? Yeah, we need
That's
to plan on that.
15th, I think, or something like that, before Tim's birthday.
The hottest time of the year.
Yep. We're going to have to get those tickets like when the schedule drops. You know that, right?
That's fine.
Especially if Judge is still on the team. Because Braves tickets are ready, because they're the best.
Braves are good though.
Yeah.
They should go down since they're not World Series champs
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe.
At
It's
least
Yankees,
a little
though.
bit. And if we hit a recession,
I'm scared about
They
this.
said
no coming back down.
2023 is going to be real bad.
yeah.
I'm scared about the recession right now.
I wish someone could make sense of this freaking stock market, man. I saw earlier in the week, the Fed's going to announce another interest rate hike.
They did.
It's coming.
They did.
And I'm thinking, okay, they're going to announce that. Stocks are going to go down. Now's when I need to buy a little bit more of S&P. It goes up.
Did it really? How much did it go up?
So it only went up today because
I'm going to look.
It went up yesterday, too.
It went up because the jobs report was better than expected. Today was the jobs report. And China announced that they were going to open back up from COVID.
Right.
So all the Chinese stocks went up 12, 14% today. They jumped up.
It's just nothing makes sense. The last 3 years, nothing makes sense. I was just talking about these companies that are laying all these people off.
It's up $5.
So
These companies are laying all these people off, but then these job reports are saying, "Oh, the unemployment's getting better. More folks are getting jobs."
Yeah.
And you go to restaurants and go to retail stores, and they don't have enough people working in them.
So I'll say this: I don't do indexes like you guys. I do single stocks,
You know, we know how you roll.
and
I got Apple too.
so
Two of them.
I have a stupid heavy amount in PayPal, like stupid.
You want to say?
And no, I don't.
Okay.
And they did earnings yesterday. They had better than expected earnings yesterday, but their forecast was iffy. So it just goes down 12%, right? It goes down 12%.
Holy crap.
But then this morning, it's only down 2%.
Okay.
It goes back up.
10%. Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out, you have better than expected earnings. You report better, but your CEO doesn't totally know what he is. I don't know.
How many shares do you have?
I have 36 shares of PayPal, but my average is a lot higher than the average that it is now because I am in too deep.
I'm just getting an idea.
He's got diamond hands.
Jesus.
He's holding on.
I'm holding.
Wow.
I also,
well, that's good,
but
obviously.
I keep dollar cost averaging down every time it goes down. I was buying PayPal in the 250s. And it's what, $74,
$75 right now.
Yeah. So my average is 126. I have 36 shares. You do with that as you please.
I don't feel like doing that math. I trust you.
So I'm not selling. I don't care what happens because I don't need to sell, but I feel bad for the people who need the money and have to sell because they're going to lose a lot of money. But everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, PayPal is expected target where the experts, they're like, our price target's $110. I'm like, well, when is that going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, I hate when people give price targets and they're like, oh yeah, this is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to hold till I either get my money or make money. But like even Amazon, Apple, PayPal, Google, Facebook, Meta, whatever.
It's all down.
Google. Have you seen Google?
Mm-mm.
I know why Meta's down, but
yeah, Google's like $83.
Is that high or low? I
That's
don't know.
Very
That's
low.
normal.
They're down like their all-time high was like 160.
it's growth though. They've
Yeah.
hit a wall. They
It's their ads.
yeah,
they're
but
not
they
getting their-
they can only now. Apple has seriously heard the ad game.
But my thing is, PayPal announced partnership with Apple Pay. They announced partnership.
Oh,
that's awesome.
They announced partnership with Amazon Venmo with Amazon, but their stock still goes down. Like all this good news that they're telling people, and everything just goes down.
I would hold on to it.
Like I don't understand.
Hold on to it.
Of course, I'm going to hold.
I didn't
on
know
to
about the Apple Pay integration.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But even Apple itself, like Apple's down 100. It's $136. But
Hey, Apple is getting high yield savings accounts.
yes,
I
they
need
are.
to fix my savings account is trash.
Well, most savings accounts are.
It's just through a bank and it's awful.
Yeah, most savings accounts are.
Man, it's so dumb. I talked to your dad about it a couple weeks ago, and I'm making a switch pretty soon.
Well, you might want to hold off for the Apple because you have an Apple
no,
card.
not Apple specifically, but I'm gonna.
You have an
Yeah, I
Apple
do.
card, don't you?
I
Yeah.
do.
I mean the things that I was reading, it was actual percentage points returns.
Not 0.001.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow.
So that's
awesome.
I'll hop on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
all these good
Apple's
things.
Apple's 138. Right?
Yeah, all these good things companies are saying, but their forecast is, but between the Fed and everything is just, you don't know what to do. And then, my dad, he's into it, but he says depending on the election next Tuesday, if Democrats win, it's just going to tank.
Yeah.
If Republicans wins, he says it's off going up. So I don't know. I'm just going to hold.
And Georgia's a big key state.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about it on like Fallon and stuff. It's like they're talking about this specific election. Yeah.
Yeah. Tuesday is election day, so we're going to feel it either good or bad. But
Are you going?
yeah.
Good.
Of course.
Just asking.
Either way. I'm hurting right now.
I don't like talking about serious stuff.
Hey, something serious that I wanted to bring up. Do your women
Mhm.
do they use dry shampoo?
I know the recall.
I heard
Yeah, the
they use
recall.
that one.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, they use that one because I've used it. They put
Yeah.
it in my hair.
She's been on top of it. Switched it out.
Well, it was Unilever, Procter and Gamble, and Johnson & Johnson.
It's always
I
Johnson
believe
and
are the
Johnson.
3. Yeah.
It's
They
always
put it in
them.
my hair a couple times.
It seems like every product Johnson & Johnson makes
Somehow
leads to
yeah.
cancer.
Yes.
But yeah, I read that earlier. I was like, I wonder if Savannah and Hannah are using that stuff.
They're big on dry shampoo. Very big. Because they don't like washing their hair.
And they say specifically the benzene that's in it, if you inhale it, they're linking it to leukemia. It's some kind of metallic compound that's in the air. And if you breathe it in, it's not good.
Everything is
I've
going to
always-
kill you.
I've always thought that hairspray, there's no way that stuff's good for you to be spraying directly into your cranium to soak into your brain. Even hair product I've kind of always been nervous about, but I read that earlier. It's like, that's nice. Yeah, another thing causing cancer.
Always something.
With Johnson & Johnson's name on it. What a shock.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, she was on top of it. Which I think she saw it on TikTok or something. That's
that
where she
sounds
found
about
out.
right.
Yeah. But she was like, yeah, I got to go get different dry shampoo. I was like, just shampoo your hair. But you can't. They're going to do what they're going to do.
I'm so glad I'm not a woman.
Yeah. Or have hair like Tim. Tim has to
Or
deal
have
with it.
hair like Tim.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was like
you
Brad
shampoo
Pitt
every
over
day?
there.
You
No.
shampoo every day?
No.
Why not?
I do it once every other day.
Do you shampoo every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
You can deal with that?
Mm-hmm.
I get a headache by the end of the day if I
No,
don't brush my
because
hair.
Every other day my hair doesn't look oily, so if I don't, I just put it up, wash my body, then I do it the other day.
Mine does.
Wow.
Because the only reason I don't is because it takes like 5 minutes to do it.
It only takes 5 minutes, so you don't do
It's
it.
a long, and then no, it's the
you
drying.
you drinking a beer
Do
and
it
shit
while-
in the shower.
while
You got
you're
time.
shower-
it's the
beer.
drying part. I don't like
So what?
wet hair. I don't.
You put it in a ponytail. You don't touch it. I'm thinking I'm gonna grow my hair out again.
Ash, one of our
What?
one of our things is Jesse says no to long hair ever again.
I have it marked down.
Do you?
Yeah, you
You
said,
have things I say?
Yeah,
It's
you
timestamp.
You said never
Oh.
again to long hair.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't know if I said never again.
No, you said never again.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. It's because I don't want to go get a haircut. It's not that I want long hair. I already know I need a haircut. I don't want to go get a haircut.
Yeah. To me, my experience is they never do it the way you want.
And it's inconvenient. You got to do it on a weekend.
You wait 25, 30 minutes.
Exactly. You got to talk to them.
I haven't had a haircut in 2 years.
I know. I missed that. I went a year and a half without getting it chopped. I only do it. I literally flew to Jersey to get a haircut from Alicia because she was family and I didn't want to deal with it.
I wish you lived local.
Yeah.
I get my haircut every month.
Yeah.
Jess, you're gonna grow your hair out again, but we'll timestamp that never again to long hair. We'll do that again.
Yeah, remind me. I don't want long hair, but I don't want to get a haircut more. So it might just, you're going to see a hat on me for the next year and a half until it's.
This is what I like though. If someone says they didn't say
We
something,
remember it?
we could go back.
Like when you said you're going to buy an OLED Switch no matter what.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you don't get it, you're going to buy an OLED anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then if you don't do that, you're going to buy a Switch game.
Exactly. I'll still buy the Switch game.
No, you won't.
Actually, well, I can't say it. Never mind. I won't say it because I don't know who's gonna listen.
Gifts.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Wait for Black Friday, though, if you're going to get a Switch game that you don't have a Switch for. At least
That
you
I
get it
could,
cheaper.
but I do have access to Switches that I can
That's
use
true.
it for.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I'm waiting on Black Friday. I'm getting Breath of the Wild again.
Like I said, I would have purchased it instantly today if I didn't spend $431.87 on a Lego.
Okay. Speaking of Pokemon, Ash, I was talking to your brother today, Tanner. He's a good guy. We were talking about which version of the game that he wants to get. And I told him your reasons for getting one of them. He was like, something like that's about right. But he wants he wants to wait for the legendary. I don't remember what he said. He wants to wait to see which legendary Pokemon or which. Are you decided no matter what? That's the
Yeah,
game
whichever
you're getting?
one the professor's in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no matter what. Even if you don't like the legendary.
Yeah, I don't care.
Because you're going to see the trainer way
right.
more than Legendary.
Yeah, you ride the legendaries anyways.
Yeah, that's
They're just a vehicle.
You're right. All right. I was just curious.
Did he tell you which game he wanted?
He doesn't know yet.
He's been on the fence, yeah.
He doesn't know how he feels about the open world.
Oh, he'll like it.
And I told him I was kind of the same way. Not that I didn't like Arceus. I think the open world was too much for me.
I bought Arceus for Tan, and I don't know that he ever played it.
Yeah.
Wait, did I buy him Arceus? Yes.
I think
I
you did.
bought it for his birthday.
Mm-hmm. So he was on the fence of like if even he was going to see how it goes. I told him I'm probably going to wait to watch you play before I before I decide to buy it. I'm not kidding, man. I don't want the game right now. I don't know what to do. Guide me. You need another beer, don't you? After I said that.
Guide me. I've already told you what you need to do. I
What's
don't
that?
want to hear it. You're going to buy it. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to buy it day one.
So there's something with me and the Pokemon games historically have always come out at Thanksgiving. And that tends to be, whether it's school or work, the time that I'm able to jump into it. And so I've got a thing with new Pokemon and Thanksgiving.
That's pretty cool.
So I am looking forward to... I can almost taste the turkey when I think about the new game coming out. But it's...
The week before.
Yeah, it's the week before. So I'll get it in the mail day or two after it releases, maybe. Maybe get it on release day. And I'll just hold on to it, and then Thanksgiving Day I'll play it.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Why would you order it as opposed to just going to the store? Or getting digital?
because I don't have to go to the store.
Touche. But then you gotta wait 2 days.
Digital, because I like owning the physical copy, but also the internet at my house sucks. So if I buy the cartridge, I just plop
Put
it
it
in. Plus, Switches don't have very large
64 gigs, my friend.
storage capacity, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, but dude, the amount I have so many digital games on my Switch, I've never had an issue with storage. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I think it's just because the games are smaller.
Yeah.
And, when they drop updates, they're 5 megabytes.
I love it. It's done in a minute.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know which one I'm gonna get. Looking at the legendary, I'm not leaning towards one or the other.
The legendaries tend to be the least exciting. One of the lesser exciting parts of the games for me, anyways. Like it really doesn't have.
Because you get them at end game,
yeah,
and then after that, you've put so many hours in. You're like,
yeah. And
Done.
I never train them. There's almost this thing of, because it's a legendary, I don't really want to train them, because you get them at high levels anyways. And
yeah, and they're very, very specific to what they are.
Mhm.
They're not strong against a lot of stuff, and not, they're. So I do get that. Yeah, I don't know. I told him I'm still on the fence on if I'm getting one or not. The game.
Oh.
And he rolled his eyes and sipped the rest of his beer when I said it. So who knows? That's all I had on Pokemon.
I had one more news story I wanted to talk about.
Yeah?
Do either of you find when they dig up some really old grave or find some kind of archaeological thing from thousands of years ago, do either of you find that interesting?
Yes.
So I read that they found this burial site in Sweden in a city called Skateholm. And it was the tomb of a girl that was somewhere between 3 and 10 years old. And they think that she died around 7,000 years ago. And her teeth were in the burial site, which I don't know how much either of you know about DNA and tracing how old people are, but teeth are like packed with genetic information, and they last forever. And they can actually tell what your diet was made up of by the DNA in your teeth. And then they can tell other things too, like this person was eating really rough food because of chips in your teeth or whatever it may be. But Anyway, based on the teeth that they found, they think that this girl was somewhere between 3 and 10 years old. So this is up in Sweden 7,000 years ago. So we're talking 5,000 years before Christ. And there were feathers in the tomb with her, bird feathers. And it was the type of feathers that you would make a down garment out of to like keep you warm. And then they found a dog fur where they believe a dog was buried with her, and then arrows and arrowheads. So the idea is that the child's going into the afterlife and you're giving her clothing, a companion, and
Weapon.
hunting tools, right, to get food.
Wow.
But, man, I just thought it's so cool that they can find stuff like that. And for it to be that old and know that someone was in Sweden that long ago,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I always wondered how they actually say it's about 7 billion years ago, or 700,000 years ago.
Yeah, things do. Another story that I read was they had found these metallic balls in Africa or somewhere, and it was like, it proves that humans were intelligent 2.1 billion years ago. I'm like,
Yeah. Okay.
Does it though?
Sure.
Exactly 2.1 billion years ago?
Yeah.
I don't buy it. But this one I feel like is probably a bit more credible. I just really think stuff like that's cool.
Yeah, me too.
Pyramids and just what they thought people would need to be buried with into the next life for it to be useful. The idea that you're gonna take stuff with you, and then even that there's a belief that there's an afterlife. You know,
That long ago.
there's no Christianity vision of what paradise or heaven's like. No Islam, no Buddhism. You know, it's whatever their local religion was, but there was still a belief in an afterlife. So it's just fascinating to me.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say, though.
What do you want to talk
There
about?
you go again.
I'm sorry. What do you want to talk about? Should we talk about Tim's freaking movie?
The disrespect.
I don't know why he hates it so much.
Some people think it's Miyazaki's best movie.
So, you want me to get into it?
Yeah, let's
So,
get into it, Tim. What did
our
we
movie-
watch last week?
Our movie pick is Howl's the Moving Castle. It is a Studio Ghibli.
Masterpiece.
It is just one of the best movies out there.
The reason why Tim he added to our notes tab for the first time ever is because I said freaking Howl's Moving Castle, and he corrected it and said hype. That's the first and only time he's put notes, so this is important to him.
It is. It is. So, Howl's the Moving Castle came out in June of 2005. Yes.
Which
and,
blows my mind. I thought this movie was from the 80s.
Yeah, so I've probably seen this movie about 40 or 50 times, not even exaggerating. And when I watched it last night, let me tell you, right when the opening scene comes and the mist clears and you see the castle walking and the music playing, it just gives me chills every time. And I love hand-drawn animation. I'll say it every time. I don't like all this
CGI. Yep.
Hand-drawn animation is the best. And even I know that Ashton's never watched the dubbed version. He always watches the sub because it's Ashton and he can.
I like the voices in the.
So
dubbed version.
I don't think that the dubbed version is bad. Christian Bale is Howl.
There's a lot of famous people in that.
Yeah. It's probably, I said it last week, top 3 movies of all time, but it's probably my favorite movie of all time this week. As a refresher. But
Disney did the dub, so
yeah,
it's high quality.
That makes sense from the voice actors.
Disney owned a lot of the Ghibli catalog, and they did dubs because the Kiki's Delivery Service I mentioned last week, it has Shia LaBeouf in it, but it's got Dakota
Johnson.
Fanning.
Dakota Fanning, yeah.
Dakota Johnson, who's that? She's famous too.
Yeah, she's famous.
look it up.
But either way, Howl's the Moving Castle. I don't know what else to say
Tell
about
us-
it.
50 Shades of Grey.
Tell us what it's about.
So let me get into it.
You're going to need to explain it because one of my biggest points is I could not follow this movie. I didn't know what was happening.
You couldn't. You don't know what is happening.
Everything was going over my head. It was one of those movies that I was like, I know this has meaning, but I have no idea what's happening.
Well, when you got your feet propped up on the laptop,
And
That
you're not
was
even, you're
over
not
an-
even watching.
That
it.
was over an hour into the movie. That was over an hour. I gave it a fair shot. And don't believe Savannah.
Okay,
She's lying.
So let's go to the beginning.
she said, "I enjoyed it."
Let's go to the beginning, right?
Yeah, please.
How is depicted as this evil sorcerer wizard guy who eats hearts and is evil and just preys on pretty girls and stuff like that. And then you get Sophie, this girl who is a hat maker or
Wait, you said Howl is the guy you were just describing?
yeah,
Mhm.
how?
Okay.
Yeah. And then Sophie, she works for her mother for like this hat maker, clothes, whatever you want to call it. And she gets into this confrontation with the Wicked Witch of the West, and she puts a spell on her or a curse on her, and makes her look old to everybody else when she's really actually young. And then she goes on this journey to find Howl. She finds the castle, which I think is funny when she goes on the journey and she's this old lady who's trying to go
Yeah.
through the whole land.
Yeah.
And she finds the castle. Calcifer, the fire spirit that controls the whole castle, makes it move
Favorite character.
and teleport, lets her inside, and from then on she becomes friends with the assistant, what's his name? Oh, I don't remember his name. But Calcifer and Howl, they all journey together in the castle, and she becomes the cleaning lady. And after that, you know, time goes by and she becomes part of Howl's life, which I think is funny because Howl depicts himself as this pretty guy who only focuses on his beauty. And after that, you know, they go through all these things and she helps him get through it. And by the end of it, they become, I don't know, together, even though you know what I don't get is when she goes through the journey and she finds Turnip Head, that cursed prince.
I like him.
You like him?
He was actually my favorite character. I like the Flame because it was Billy Crystal. The Turnip Head, and he was funny. Turnip Head, I don't know what it was from the second he was on screen. I was like, I like that guy.
Turnip
I
Head?
don't
Yeah.
know what
Yeah,
his
I
story
like him
was.
too.
but I
No, he's
liked
a
it.
good character. I just don't understand that even though True Love breaks his curse, he's her true love, but she's not his true love kind of thing where she's in love with Hal, but he's in love with her.
I think that was enough to break it.
Just because he
Scarecrow
was...
or Turnip was in love with Sophie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
From how? From day one when they met each other or before?
Well, because they were both cursed, he saw through the curse. Like he could see through the curse, but they couldn't say anything.
Because remember, Calcifer could see. So as soon as he meets Sophie, he tells her, like, "That's a nasty curse you've got on you."
Yeah, like you
Calcifer could see it.
you can see it, but her curse is you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Before she was old?
Yeah.
No.
Or after?
She gets on the castle, walks up the steps, and sits
Yeah.
down in front of Calcifer. And one of the first things he says is, "That's a pretty nasty
Like,
curse you have on
Yeah,
you."
her curse is...
I don't remember Calcifer.
Like Calcifer can tell that she's not an old lady.
Yes.
That she
Okay.
she
Yeah.
has a curse
Calcifer.
on her.
The fire spirit.
The fire spirit.
I thought that was Billy Crystal.
The fire spirit.
That's his
The
name.
fire. Calcifer.
Yeah, his name is Calcifer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm showing two different Calcifers. Oh, that's the original guy. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the characters and the voices.
So
That's the original voice. I'm sorry. Okay.
the part of the Wicked
I do
Witch
remember
is her curse that she put on Sophie is she can't talk about her curse. So everybody who's cursed like Calcifer and the Turnip Head, they could see through her curse because they're also cursed.
So how did Sophie not see Turnip Head then? as a cursed. She had no idea, but he saw her curse. How? You don't have an
Exactly.
answer, do you?
No, I don't have an answer. But I will say this movie is probably it is the best Studio Ghibli movie they've done.
Okay.
It's better than Kiki's and Whispers of the Heart, Cat Returns, Secret Life of Arietti, Ponyo, My Neighbor Totoro.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Spirited Away.
Spirited
I can't believe
Away,
you waited that long to say
Princess
that
Mononoke.
one. All right.
Castle of Cagliostro.
Cat-
Okay.
Even though that's not.
Is that Ghibli?
I mean,
That was the very first Ghibli movie.
it wasn't technically.
It wasn't the studio yet, but it was the guy who made it.
It was Miyazaki's first movie.
Oh, okay. Before he made Studio Ghibli or whatever. Is that the guy?
It might have been Studio Ghibli at that point.
I don't think it was.
Shall I look it up?
Please.
What? How do you say Cagliostro?
Cagliostro.
What's before that, though?
Castle of.
Oh, okay.
So, either way, between the voice actors, the music, the hand-drawn animation, the storytelling, it is easily one of my top favorite films of all time. I've seen it over and over again, and every time I don't get tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think of one of the beginning scenes of the movie when Sophie goes to visit her sister, I think.
It's her younger sister.
Her younger sister in the cafe, and they show that.
And she doesn't even
scene.
intentionally go to visit there.
Yeah.
She gets dropped off there.
Yeah, the scene of her and all the people in the dining room and all that color and hand drawn. I'm just blown away every time I see it.
Oh man, yeah,
It's crazy
yeah.
how much drawing has gone into that. But yeah,
There's also that line that's a meme where when Howl drops her off there, he says, "That's my girl."
Is that the movie?
No,
What is that from?
No, that's the new Lupin CGI movie.
I want to see that.
I've got it on Blu-ray.
I want to see that.
I never wanted to see that because it was CGI.
I still haven't watched
Just
it.
like that
It
new
looks
Studio
cool.
Ghibli movie,
Yeah,
Earwig and the Witch
Yeah.
or whatever. I never wanted to see that either.
there was another movie that was like that too. It was something witch.
Either way, Howl's Moving Castle was my pick of this week, and I enjoy it every time. Jesse, I know you don't believe me, but I do love this movie,
No, I believe you. I think you're crazy,
and
but I believe you.
I don't know why you.
Not that I
I'm-
think you're crazy. I think it's crazy. No, I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. I'm taking that back right away. I don't think you're crazy.
No.
I'm trying to get better at judging other people's interests. So it's just not. This movie is not for me. That's
Right.
all I'll say. I couldn't. I just couldn't follow it. I don't know. I felt like I should have known backstory to this movie before the movie started.
I thought the movie was pretty good at explaining itself throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, that's where I lost my attention. That's what it was. It lost my attention.
I thought it
That's all it
explained the characters pretty well throughout the movie.
Yes, and like other films, Miyazaki has this very anti-war position, and he will put that in his movies a good bit, especially the air attacks, the warplanes from where his family was affected by air bombs in the Second World War. But rather than what we've done in the past where we kind of give our thoughts on it, I don't think that there's really would be much value in me running through the movie from beginning to end. I kind of want to jump to a discussion, and Jesse's welcome to jump in too, but Tim, I wanted to ask you a couple of things. The first one is, what do you think? So every movie has some kind of message or moral or something that the writer or director is trying to get across. What do you think the main point of this movie is? It is a love story, but
Right.
I think it's more complicated. I think it would cheapen it if you said this is just a love story.
Well, I don't think it's a complicated story, but I do think it's Hal and Sophie, they even though whatever they have going on, they still love each other. Well, at least, I know Hal loves Sophie and Sophie loves Hal, but it's kind of weird because Turniphead also loves Sophie, so it's kind of that weird three thing going on. But yeah, classic, whatever.
It's a classic love triangle. Story. It's total classic.
But they both, at least Sophie does, she helps Hal go through all his demons and go through all his troubles and come out on top because, even because Hal focuses on his beauty, because the prettier he feels, the less he feels disgusted, which means he doesn't turn into this demon. Because the uglier he feels, he turns into that bird demon thing.
Oh, is that how that works?
And he becomes violent and, terrorizing throughout the film. And she helps him kind of ease back, I think. Especially like that scene when he's in the tunnel and he's like, it's too late. And then he flies away and she's like, no. And I don't know. I think the main reason I think Hal focuses on beauty is because if he feels pretty, then he doesn't turn into a demon. He keeps his form of human, and he doesn't give into what's her name? What's her name? The witch he visits at the castle. I forget her name.
You're talking about the queen that he works for or that he's serving?
That summons him when the wicked witch and him both go to the castle. And
right.
They take her powers, but they don't take his yet because he fools her. Solomon?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Solomon? Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just a good story between good and evil and him fighting his demons and her helping him throughout the whole movie, especially when Calcifer lets her in the castle. He usually doesn't let people in, and he sees good in her to help focus on Hal. And even when they were cooking breakfast, he says that Calcifer usually doesn't listen to anybody except Hal, and then he listened to Sophie because he sees good in her.
Man makes the best looking breakfast I've ever
Let me
seen
tell you,
animated.
6 eggs and 3 pieces of bacon.
Sizzling.
Yeah, but it's a good movie overall.
Is that why you got us breakfast for tomorrow?
No, I got us because
you were going to be hungry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But either way, it's probably my top movie. I really enjoy it. I could watch it anytime. I don't get bored of that movie at all. And like I said, I watched it every day for a week straight. If you could believe that, Jesse.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Glad you like it.
It's remarkable how strong of a person Sophie is.
Yeah.
Even when she gets hit with the curse, there's the morning after where she's, I think, in shock.
I love the scene when she's traveling up to find the castle and he's like, there's nothing but witches and wizards up there. And she's like, I'll be fine.
But what ends up happening is she comes to terms with the limitations of being an older person, but is also helping Howl get through, like what you said, how to deal with his demons. Yeah. And in a way, they save each other in the end. But she's a remarkably strong character, and I thought really well written. But it's also interesting that that Miyazaki decided her curse to be old age. I don't think that was by accident. And there's a great scene where she's sitting out by that lake and sitting in the chair. And she says something like, I never took the time to think about how beautiful just looking out at this water is. So I think that part of Miyazaki's message there is that life is worth living. That there are those moments like that where, and it may be something that only older people realize. You don't notice that stuff as a child, but it really kind of gives an aspect of maybe trying to be a little bit more patient with older people and appreciate those moments in life where you just kind of pause and look at. And it helps that the animation is just so damn well drawn and beautiful. And another thing that I really like is how Miyazaki would contrast, these sterling natural landscapes, and then you'd have the smoke of trains and ships, and it's that, that meeting of two worlds of that the old and the industrialized. None of that was by accident, and then the natural, Howl being a bird, and I think it was birds that were flying in the beginning of the movie, wasn't it? And then you contrast that with the warplanes, and so it's a great movie. The music's great, like what you were talking about in the beginning. That piano hits, and the man that composed the music for Miyazaki for the majority of his movies is Joe Hisaishi. And the guy just knows how to write piano music. The music for Spirited Away is just that's what I wake up to every morning. Is that main theme from that song.
You can do that?
Yeah.
You just changed Tim's life. But it's too peaceful to wake up to.
No, I
You
can't
wake up to
I can't
peaceful?
listen to anything that's real violent.
I have to. I couldn't wake up to that. I wouldn't wake up.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't wake up. I have to do the big bam, bam,
too.
bam.
It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, listen, Ash, where would you rank it on your Studio Ghibli archive?
It's definitely top 5 for me. I think that I might like that movie more than Spirited Away. And right now, I would go Whisper of the Heart. I just love that movie. I love the setting. I love the age of the main characters. I love the music.
I love that movie too.
It's just
top 3 for me.
everything about it is so great.
Yeah.
So Whisper of the Heart would be first. I would probably put Cagliostro at second, and very likely put Howl's at third and Spirited Away at fourth.
I'll say, I don't want to get into Spirit Away, but I'll say for the amount of hype that Spirit Away was, like, I watched a lot of movie reviews before I watched the movies, and Spirit Away was like, one of their best known films, but I didn't see it as that compared to all the other ones that I watched. It's up there. It's like top 5 or 6, but I didn't see it as like 1, 2, or 3 for me.
Well, that's like Mononoke is up there with Spirited Away and Totoro. Those tend to be the 3 that everyone likes, and I like Totoro. It's not my favorite. And
I can't watch Totoro.
Mononoke is the same way.
Totoro's like by far the most one I hear about. Everybody knows
it's
Totoro.
Very Disney.
It is.
It's
There's no
very
Disney.
There's no villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mononoke is it's just never been one of my favorites either. But it's
Very violent.
It's violent, and it's one of those that you see lots of cosplay of. But Whisper of the Heart tends to be just this
It's a feel
more
good.
obscure, but you
Feel
never hear
good.
anyone talk about it.
Yeah.
But it is very feel good. There's no villain in that.
I'll say me and Hannah, my girlfriend, she says The Cat Returns and Whispers of the Heart are some of her favorites.
Yeah.
But I don't like The Cat Returns like that because it's kind of like a spin-off from the Whispers
Right.
of the Heart.
Right.
But Whisper of the Heart and Howl's Moving Castle, and I'll say that Secret World of Arietti is my top 3.
Hey, and Kiki's and Nausicaa, I like both of those a lot too.
Nausicaa is probably one of the oldest ones too.
Yeah, Nausicaa is so good.
Jess, we have a lot to catch you up on. We'll get to it in weeks after weeks.
Do you like Kiki's?
I love Kiki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another feel good, great setting. Yeah.
Jess, I really don't hold back. Give me all your hate for this movie because I could see
I can't say I hate it because I just didn't understand it. It's I want to say it lost my interest, but it's not the movie's fault. It's not a movie I'm into. So 20 minutes in, I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I don't care about any of the characters right now, and I don't feel like going on this journey to develop care for them. It was a lot, man. I watched it before. This isn't my first time. We watched it before. And even then I had the same exact feelings. I did not care about it.
Would you say because anime is not your favorite category?
I don't think it's that. I think it's the pacing.
Do you?
The pacing's too slow.
It is very
It takes Ghibli movies a while to kind of develop the story.
It does.
I don't say that as a knock to Jesse. I think it's the pacing. It's a slower paced movie.
I enjoy those though. I enjoy character development, and I enjoy seeing a very slow, easy slice of life, easygoing movie. Like I like to see day after day and them slowly moving towards where they were going to. Like I like that. I don't like fast pace, especially in anime.
I like the idea of liking that, but I can't. And it's my attention span. I'm not blaming the movie again. It's 100% me. It's just not. I can't keep my attention on that for long enough to start. An hour and a half in is when you start to like things click and stories coming together and stuff, and I just can't make it that long. Savannah couldn't keep her eyes off the screen. She watched the whole thing with me. She watched the entire thing. She loves it. She grew up on those too. So.
It's a very visually
stimulating,
dynamic movie. I mean, there's so many scenes where it's like, man, someone had to hand draw all of this. The detail is just insane.
Yeah. I did have that thought. Some part later in the movie, there's a scene where they're in the city, and your eyes are focused on the middle of the screen where the things are happening, but in the foreground, there's people walking back and forth. And I had that same thought. I said, people have to draw that, and it looks unbelievable. And every character has to have different dimensions and different facial features, and everything's got to move so fluid. So I appreciate the movie for what it is. I think it's a gorgeous movie. It's just I couldn't get into it.
And I didn't know this until this week. It was the first movie that Miyazaki made after Spirited Away.
I thought it was much older than what it was.
I did too. I thought it was an 80s movie.
I would have guessed 80s. When you said 2000s,
it's
I was
done
surprised.
in that 80s style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
even with the war and everything, I was thinking it was closer to a type of war like that than in 05, which, of course, there's stuff going on. But I was thinking like Vietnam War, World War II type style with the planes.
With
and
the
stuff.
planes, right. Yeah.
So how did you like the overall like middle to ending?
I don't remember it.
You don't remember it?
No. I remember the very ending.
Tim, why do you think Sophie's hair stays gray?
Oh, I have another question, but
Ooh.
yeah, go on with that.
That's a good question. Which I've thought about that myself, but I never looked into it as to why her hair stayed gray. But I think it would be because she was happy with the person she was.
Yeah.
And even though she broke the curse for Turnip Head, and then her and Howl survived, and then they, I guess, lived happy ever after. But she was okay with, she didn't care that she was old or what he was, because he loved her for who she was and she loved him for who she was. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it ended, regardless.
She makes a comment at the beginning of the movie. After she gets cursed, she looks at herself in the mirror. She says, well, these clothes finally suit me, or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I also like the comment that was really funny when she's walking up the hill I think she was finding the castle. and there was a wind was blowing really hard. And she goes, "It feels like the wind's blowing right through me." I almost thought that was like an older lady comment, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I love this movie though. It's like one of my
I think the castle's awesome.
yeah.
When it comes in the screen, you're like, oh my god, there's a lot to absorb there.
Right from the beginning, when the fog clears and
Yeah.
the castle's walking through, and then it goes to the music, and then everything goes through. It just hits you right there, and I think it also hits me because it's me and my girlfriend's first Studio Ghibli movie we watched together. I introduced her, like, she's only seen Ponyo and Kiki before, and then I introduced her to the whole. Well, and My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah, the 3, Disney films. But I introduced her to this Howl's Moving Castle for the first time when we first hung out. And I think that's why I like it so much. But either way, it's a great film. And just hit me with one of your questions.
I don't remember that. Oh, why, when she's sleeping, why is she young again? And then the one time she was young until she got up, and then it's like she turned old or something right away. But the one time she was sleeping, Hal stuck his head in the room, and she was sleeping the whole time, and she stayed young. Even the camera stayed on her, and she stayed young when he was looking at her, and then he backed away, and she got up and was like looking around, and she was still young. Why?
It may be that Howl always saw her as the young.
So were we seeing his perspective?
Yeah, maybe that Howl never saw her as the old lady because he was able to view through the curse.
I don't think he ever saw her as an old lady.
Yeah.
Through that whole curse. I thought he always saw her as she was because he was a sorcerer and he had abilities beyond the curse.
But but why did we only see that when she was sleeping? Why wouldn't we see his perspective throughout the movie sporadically? It had something to do with her sleeping. I kind of like that I'm stumping you guys on a movie I don't like. Not stumping, but making you think.
It is an interesting point that it would only be while she was asleep. I'm sure there's some kind of symbolic reason for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell you. Good question, though.
Something to think about.
You're really coming at me with.
I'm telling you, I tried to pay attention. I really tried. I really tried. I was like thinking of questions in my head, and that was a legit question. Good pick, Tim. I'm happy you like it.
Good pick.
I'm happy you like it.
So I think that we've now watched my favorite movie and Tim's favorite movie. Jesse, what's our movie next week?
Ooh.
Well, I hate to say it's not one of my favorite movies. I mean, not my favorite movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's a good one. Tim, I think you've seen it before. Hold on. Came out in 2000. The year 2000, the golden era of movies, as most people refer to it as. It's about cars.
Fast and Furious?
Nope. I wouldn't put you guys through that. Don't look. Tim, you can't guess what it is?
No.
It's a racing movie, 2000s. I named Ellie after this movie.
Ellie?
You remember
It's
it?
not on anything?
No. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I can name it.
Do it.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yes. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nicolas Cage is the leading man, and Angelina Jolie is in it also. Yeah, I named Ellie after a car in this movie. It's a Mustang.
I'm held up on Angelina Jolie.
She looks so weird.
Early
in this movie.
2000s?
She has white braided, white dreadlock hair.
Oh.
She's like a car
Okay.
underground.
I haven't seen this
undersea.
movie since then. Since we've watched
Yeah,
it.
I haven't seen it in a couple years. I wonder if it's gonna hold up. Probably won't. But dude, the movie's so much fun. It's basically there's a list of cars that they got to steal. There's 50 cars they need to steal in one night, and there's a team that goes out and steals the cars, takes them to a docks and ships them out. And one of the cars, you'll get into it. One of the cars is a Mustang that's eluded Nicolas Cage. He's grown up stealing cars. this car has eluded him for like the longest time, and it's really cool. It's not a deep movie, but it's not like a racing movie. Like it's pretty cool. I think you're gonna like it.
I like Nicolas Cage, especially those 2000s era movies.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the first movie I saw with him. I saw this before National Treasure. Yeah, and it's 2 hours long. So
Yeah.
I picked a long movie.
That's average movie length.
Yeah.
Hey, what is just out of curiosity, because I think it's cool, what is the newest movie that we have watched so far in terms of release date? So
we've gone back to
Samurai
1948.
came up. Yep, so we went all the way back to 48. Samurai came out in 2003. Have we watched anything? Departed was 2008. Wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know.
2007, 2008?
I think it was 03 too. No? You think we can go back and name all the movies we watched? I don't think I could.
Did you make a list?
2006
No.
was Departed.
That might be
The newest?
the newest.
Who started? Tim. We went Kill Bill.
Which was earlier than 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. It was like 2000 or 2001. So we went Kill Bill. Then we went Batman. Then we went Last Samurai. Then we went The Departed. Then we went Abbott and Costello. Trey chose No Country for Old Men. I chose
When
Lupin.
was that?
Country for Old Men was 2000s as well.
Lupin was the oldest.
No. Abbott and
07.
Costello was from the 40s.
Ah.
2007 was No Country, so that's the newest.
So No Country for Old Men is the newest, only beating The Departed by a year. Okay, yeah. I mean I think that's
It's
a
cool.
testament to the state of film. I'm just gonna say it.
I thought you were going to say our interest in film, but that's kind of along the
No.
same line.
Hey, and we've kind of been all over the place so far.
Comedy.
Thankfully,
Kinda
y'all have
horror,
not made me
anime.
watch any horror, but
I can't. I'm the only one who likes horror out of all three of us, and you guys
Yeah,
handicap
can't
me
stand it.
from watching
We
horror.
don't.
Would you really make us watch a horror movie to talk about?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because there's great
Just
horror
to say,
films.
oh, that part was scary. Oh, yeah, that part was
There's
really
great
scary.
horror films.
What else happened in the movie? It was scary.
It's not just
Did you see
scary.
the doll's
There's
eyes
other-
move?
there's-
That was scary.
Oh, please. You've seen horror movies.
I hate Annabelle.
Did
Did you know that's real? That's a real thing?
I've never watched Annabelle.
Yeah, but you've seen all the Conjurings.
Yeah, but that's different.
Whatever. Gone in 60 seconds.
looking forward to it, Jess.
My dad showed me this movie, and it's one of the biggest reasons why I got into cars so hard was because
I
of this
have a
movie.
question. So you guys are saying that I can choose a horror movie?
No. I
Please
think
don't.
we should have a rule where if two of us veto a movie, we don't watch it.
All right.
I don't think we should veto movies. I think we should just say, let's not do horror.
Okay.
All
We've been
right.
good with that so
All
far.
right.
But you're right. The only thing we haven't done is like a straight up comedy.
Abbott
Well, I
and
mean,
Costello
Abbott
was pretty much comedy.
Yeah, kind of. I think I look at it as more like Universal Monster / comedy.
Jess, do you
It's all
remember
comedy,
how
though.
many of those movies? Do you remember In Society?
Yeah. You're right. That's straight up comedy. You're right.
So what would this be termed as? Action?
Action thriller.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it again.
Nice.
I've seen it a long
And,
time.
and what is this on?
I bought it on Vudu, so I'll give you my login before you
Voodoo.
leave.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. That's my pick.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I haven't seen it in. When did that come out?
2000.
I actually like car movies.
Oh, it's one of the best. It's actually, before I speak out of turn, it's not rated well. Rotten Tomato gave it a 25. But IMDb is 6.5.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
The fans are 4.5 out of 5. But I think
That's
you're
what
gonna like it.
matters.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so that's our movie discussion. I'm gonna watch that movie multiple times this week. I already know. That's
multiple times.
that movie will be put on every night. Yeah, you want to go over NFL stuff
Heck yeah.
and Ash your picks next. So get one on deck.
I already know what we're watching.
And I already know
Right.
what we're watching after that, too. Jesse doesn't look. Jesse doesn't look.
I don't like when Tim picks She's in there.
For the record,
Nuts.
Jess, I'm not picking Kill Bill for months
I know what
ahead.
you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do.
Until you
Hopefully we stop
forget.
recording the podcast by then.
Oh, please.
I had 12 right picks.
Are we going to do any Christmas movies?
I say in December we each pick our Christmas movie.
Okay, so next week is me, and then Tim, and then Jesse, which is
And then
Thanksgiving
you start
week.
December.
So I start December. Okay, so
Wait, is that right?
Yeah,
Ashton's pick, Tim's pick.
your pick, which is Thanksgiving.
Mine's the last of November. Okay, so going into
So
it.
we'll at least all
three of
get
us.
a Christmas movie pick. And I think we're going to try to have Trey back on in December.
We got to have him on towards the beginning of
Trey!
your guys' bet.
You might as well just become a regular.
For real, though.
We
I
need
know.
to-
I know he's listening, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he is.
Oh, okay.
Usually does.
I'll be expecting to catch up on Tile Man with you
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the near future.
Yeah, we need to have a follow-up on if you guys are going to go through with this bet or not.
Please. I'm not going through it. He's not going through it. We're just
You
gonna
are the worst. I
skip
knew this
over
was going to
it.
happen.
We're just gonna skip over
I
it.
knew this was going to happen.
He wasn't gonna go through it with it anyway.
Yes, he was, because he follows through with his word.
Has he started?
No, because he's waiting on you, because he don't believe you're going to do it. He already knows you, Tim. Gosh. Stop timestamping anything Tim says, because it means nothing. It means nothing.
Where was this 5 years ago? And I was trying to get him to play Overwatch 1.
I never said, yeah, I'll play it, and then just didn't do it.
All right, so Jess, you got 12 picks
I got
right
12 right.
in NFL.
Next week. It's ridiculous.
So I got 11. Tim, how many did you get?
You got 10.
I got
10?
10.
We should preface this by saying we're all very, very good friends, and we're all joking. We're not serious at all, for people who don't know.
Yeah, I've known Jesse my whole life.
How
and
did
it's
the
hell
Bron-
on earth?
Yeah, and I'm
How
I
did the
am-
Broncos beat the Jaguars?
no one will ever call you a man of your word. They'll say that.
Anyone?
Ash, we're,
Alabama just scored.
Ash, we're with you. We're with you. Okay, we're going over last week. Where are we going over?
But the Broncos suck.
you don't have to tell me twice, Ash.
Tim loves saying that.
The Broncos suck.
So the Patriots ended up beating the Jets. That's unfortunate.
I watched that one with Dan. That was rough.
I'm really surprised you did.
I thought it was gonna be fun.
Hey, I will say this.
It was fun, but
I watched the Falcons game on Sunday, which was
They
just
rose up.
incredible.
it rose up.
You could say that. I watched Monday night the Bengals and the Browns. Nick Chubb was carrying so hard, I was afraid the man's back was going to break. He is a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he came from Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a joy to watch him play. Other than that, I didn't watch any other games, so I can't say anything else.
I watched the first half of the Eagles-Texans. I was honestly at halftime. I was nervous. It was tied, and they weren't playing very well. And then they just came back.
Wait, the Texans played the Titans.
We're
Thursday.
going all the way down.
Sorry,
'Cause
Thursday
We
night.
do both.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
well,
the only
we're
one I
going to
watched.
start from the top, though. Cowboys, Bears.
You're gonna review every single team every
Are
game.
we not? Don't we usually?
We never do.
Oh.
Go ahead.
We just talk about what games we watch.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, we're going to keep going.
Go ahead.
Patriots, Jets. I know we already reviewed
Yeah,
that.
we need to talk about this.
So
one.
what happened?
Patriots won.
So
I know that. What happened? I would have thought the Jets would
the
have
Jets
won
were,
that.
the
It was at
Jets-
home.
The Jets were up 10-0.
No, they were never up.
They were.
They never had the lead.
They
I
did.
thought Patriots were up 10-0, and then
No.
oh yeah, you're right. No, it was never 10-0. It was 10-6 at one point. In the first quarter, it was 3-3. Second quarter, 3-2. I mean 3-7. So it was. They were never
Jess,
down.
you're
10.
talking like you're drinking.
They were never down 10-0. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't choked tonight though.
Bingo.
So, yes, my cousin Dan is a big Jets fan. And last week when the Patriots played the Jets, they were all getting together. And I said, I will not be a part of this because I know how Dan gets. And sure enough, Jesse texted me about 30 minutes after and said, Dan is so pissed. And I
He was
said,
mad.
no kidding.
He couldn't hide it. Yeah, he's saying, and he's saying he was okay, but we just talked about this for like an hour before you came. He was not okay. He was. The man is very into the Jets, and there's nothing wrong with that. I thought it was going to be one of those playful days of like, we're playing each other. It'd be fun to watch it together, and it was not. But it's fine. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
really
it's fine.
surprised the Patriots won. I thought the Jets were going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
I
too.
didn't know Mac Jones was going to play. I thought Zappy was going to play. I didn't know that the Jets had all those injuries from the prior week against the Broncos. So, needless to say, I thought the Jets were going to win, but Patriots came
Yeah.
out on top.
The what hurt them was Zach Wilson threw 3 interceptions.
Ooh, yeah, you can't win a ball game.
I think 2 of them were on back-to-back drives, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh,
He just was not playing at his best. I mean, Mac Jones had 1 interception, but that was the rough part. And the Jets had a pick 6 that got called back because it was roughing the passer. That was a big momentum shift. So, yeah, it just didn't seem good. But yeah, Pats won. So, and then next time we play them is in Foxborough. So we'll see if it makes a difference. But it does hurt the Jets that they got a lot of their. I think Dan said 4 of their star players are out for the season.
oh no,
Like a receiver, a running back, and like key players.
oh no.
It happened in the Broncos game when they beat the Broncos. So that's gonna hurt them. It sucks because they were 5-2 going into this game. You know, they were. Did you fart?
No,
Yeah, I
I was
think
just
you
trying
did.
to hold into my laughter.
I smell something. Is that Ellie?
Coming through the door.
Yeah.
So should we go on to this week
Yeah.
coming up?
Let's
Week
do
9. We got the Colts at Patriots.
We're picking already.
Jess, I like how you put the records. This is
started
the
to.
first week.
Look at you.
It was a lot of work, so don't expect it.
This is so we can.
I tried.
It can influence our decisions.
I tried putting the standings on one side. I didn't know how to insert.
Oh my!
Insert
You're
a-
really
a
going
table.
all out. I'm going Pats.
Listen, can we talk about the fact that the Falcons are at the head of their division
Are they?
We'll get there. We'll get
with
there.
a 4-4 record?
We're gonna get there.
Patriots are winning.
Yeah, Patriots are winning. We're gonna get to the. Now we're going Packers Lions. Packers obviously, even though the Packers lost.
Do
2
you
in a
want to
row.
say obviously? I mean,
Lions are 1-6?
yeah, but the Packers are playing like the Packers right now.
Aaron has no one to throw to. It's just.
I mean,
But can it be any worse than the Lions?
I don't think so.
no, they have the worst record in the league. But I'm not saying obvious win anymore when it comes to the Packers. I'm nervous about it.
All right.
And it's
Boy,
in
don't
Detroit.
Don't you know Goff is saying, where in the world did I end up?
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
all we're ending up is at the Chargers Falcons. Ash, I want to say the Falcons, but the Chargers are a good team also.
I have to say Falcons.
I am torn on this one.
Me too.
Rise up.
Ash, you
What
know
are you
what?
picking the Chargers? Are we
saying-
rising up?
I'm saying rise up. I'm going Falcons. Rise up.
I'm sorry, Ash. I'm rising up.
Yeah, you
Listen,
are.
Yeah.
Listen, the Jets just came off a bad loss, and now they're going to face the Bills.
It is 2 division games back to back.
That is back to back. I'm
potentially
sorry,
lost.
Dan. I'm very sorry. But the Bills.
Yeah. Commanders have been playing good lately.
The Commanders are on a win streak.
Yeah.
Just like the Vikings.
Bezos is looking at buying the Commanders.
No way. You serious? Easy with the castle. Really?
I didn't realize that was...
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Because that guy who said he's never going to sell the Commanders is toying with selling them right now. Right?
No, he is. He put it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
out.
wow.
Yeah. He put it up.
That's amazing. I'm picking Vikings.
I'm picking Vikings.
Screw the Commanders.
Panthers, Bengals.
Bengals. They just came off a loss. They were on a 3-win streak.
Yeah, Panthers got their 3rd-string quarterback playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, this is going to be a doozy of a game. Raiders, Jaguars. Look At
Raiders.
those. Yeah.
Raiders.
The poor Jags, man. I feel so bad for that quarterback.
In Jacksonville, though.
All right. Dolphins, Bears. Tua is back. He
Wait,
came
Tim,
off a great game last week. They won. I am picking the Dolphins.
Ash, who'd you pick for them?
Who?
Raiders, Jags.
The Jaguars.
I think I'm leaning towards Jags.
I thought you both already picked.
No, you.
No,
You
you did, and then
moved
you
right
moved on.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Dolphins. Yeah, you didn't even hear it. I was like, wait, Tim, and you kept going.
Tim's cup's running dry over
Yeah,
there.
it is. I'm going Dolphins on that
Only
one also.
2 games for 425.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seahawks will win that, and then
You think so?
The Rams and the Bucks.
The poor
man.
Cardinals, man. I'm going. Oh my gosh, I'm going Bucks on that one because they need a win.
Yeah,
I'm going Rams.
Tom finalized the divorce, so he should be.
He's got nothing to
No,
worry
I'm
about
just
anymore.
kidding.
That's horrible. That's so sad.
I heard there
He's
was
never felt better.
I heard. I read there was an ironclad prenup that they had.
I
so
bet.
there's no distributing of funds.
Well,
Not that.
to be fair,
Giselle
she
needs
made
them
more money
anyways.
than him, so
Yeah,
Well,
she's
it was
got-
for-
she's
it was
worth more.
for her. Yeah. I feel so bad. I really do. That's horrible.
Yeah, a man's got hundreds of millions of dollars that can.
Greatest quarterback of all time, and now he's going through a divorce his last season.
and he won.
And
It's,
it's a-
because
and
he
it's a
wanted to
terrible
come
season.
back.
I know.
He should have stopped.
You can't live in the past. Titans, Chiefs.
Ooh.
Chiefs.
I like the Chiefs,
Patrick
but
Mahomes
Titans have been doing real
in
good
Kansas
lately.
City. There's no way the Titans beat the Chiefs in Kansas City.
I'm writing
Titans.
down. I'm writing that down.
Titans. I'm picking the Titans just because Ashton said there's no way.
Timestamp. Monday night. I think this to me is an easy pick.
The
Ravens.
Saints are not beating the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens. All right.
Oh
what's,
my!
big
A
division.
big,
game
a
here.
big matchup again, just like last week.
Oh my goodness!
Ash, rise up!
Thank God I turned Tim's volume down before.
They're gonna be,
before he leaned back.
they're gonna be 6-4 by next weekend when we come back.
Oh my goodness!
We're going playoffs.
Let's go,
That's
baby!
that's amazing. I cannot turn your volume down anymore without muting you.
Rise up.
All right.
Rise up, Ash. I'm picking the Falcons.
Yeah, dude. Listen. I feel good about your week.
Hmm?
I'm happy for you. That's it with that.
That'll take care of that.
Yeah. There he goes. There he goes. Yeah, right.
Easy.
Easy what? Why can't I edit this?
Well, that you just crush the whole bottle.
Oh,
Bottoms up, Tim.
that's weird.
Hey, guys, give me a song this week. What have you been listening to that just has been on repeat?
On repeat.
You know exactly what mine
What have you
has
been jamming to on the way to work and home, Tim?
Can I look it up?
Please. Jesse, give me yours.
All right. So this is kind of it. I started listening to the Christmas music for the concert that we're playing, so that's been mostly what I've been listening to. But in my off times, it has been Folly Ado.
Which song on said album?
So I listened to the album straight through twice on Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
at work. I found that I go back to the Ship Gold Standard.
Yep.
Every time I listen to that song, I listen to it twice. I absolutely love that song. It's hard to pick like one specifically, but I'll go with the Ship Gold Standard.
Okay.
Great song.
You guys have the same taste of music, and it makes me feel bad when I talk about my music.
No.
Yeah.
But I have, as I usually say, but in every other podcast, I have been listening to some old Eminem, old Kanye, and Khalid as usual. I have been listening to Kanye's My Dark and Beautiful Twisted Fantasy old album. I have been listening to all of Khalid's normal songs that I've been listening to. And I have been listening to the old songs such as Forever by Drake featuring Kanye, Eminem, and Lil
That's
Wayne.
cool. I love that song,
Yeah.
actually. That's a
Great,
classic
great song. Yeah.
Do you remember when they played that live and Travis Barker did the drums for it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been listening to some old stuff.
Hmm.
So that's what I've been doing this week.
Have you listened to Satellite since we've been back from the cabin?
No.
I'm not listening to that song again.
I shuffled all my music. When I was walking through Walmart, it came on. I skipped it.
Yep.
Did you?
I did.
I won't skip
I-
if it comes on.
Right when the acoustic da 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 skip.
Really?
Yeah.
Both
Because
of
I
you?
like the idea of saving it.
Not until the cabin.
So I don't go out of my way to listen to it, but if it comes on, I won't skip it.
I almost feel like we need to save that song for when we cross into Copper Hill.
Exactly.
Look at his
Exactly.
face. Yeah.
Your mind is exactly where I was at.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed to when we're pulling out of your driveway, turning it on. But when we pull it into McKaysville,
Yeah.
that song comes on.
Yeah.
Windows come down. I don't care if it's 30 degrees
February.
outside.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So yeah,
I will say this though, Ash, before you give me your pick. I wanted to say something about America's Sweethearts. The song. I think it's a third on the album.
Fourth.
That song, it was released as one of their singles before the album came out. And most of the time, the singles to me get tired. They're overplayed and people start to overlook them once it's been out for a while. That song is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's amazing the amount of layered guitars are in that song. And it sounds weird. The verse can turn you off almost for someone who doesn't love the album and love their stuff. But when that chorus hits, man, and they're hitting it's drop D, right? Man, I'm telling you, dude, that song hits every single time I listen to it. That's one of those singles that doesn't get old. I don't care as though sometimes I can get tired if I don't care. I never get tired of America's Sweethearts.
Mm.
Yeah. I messaged you, I think I sent you a voice memo about it in the middle of the week, right?
Yeah, I think I've sent you 3 or 4 voice
bunch.
memos of me singing.
Yeah. It's just good. That's a good album. What about you, man?
27
On that
on
album?
Folie à Deux.
Yeah.
That's
You've been
my
learning
song
it,
this week.
right?
Yep. I've almost got it 100%ed. I need you to
Awesome.
learn that on drums so we can play it.
How does it start again? I'll figure it out.
Dun 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 dun.
Home is
dun,
where the...
Yep.
That one? Okay. Oh, yeah, I could play that one. That'll be fun.
Yeah, good deal.
Awesome. Hey, I wanted to... Do you want us to talk about music?
Sure.
Did you have anything else to say?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. So, I don't know if you guys saw this that I put in the notes. Rolling Stones dropped the top 100 TV shows of all time. An article.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know. I think most of us would probably agree with a lot of it, but I wanted to just go through it and just name some notables and then go through the top 10. But you could probably guess what's top 3, you know? So starting from the lower ones, Always Sunny is on there in the 80s. The Jeffersons. Did you ever watch the Jeffersons?
So not the Jetsons, the Jeffersons.
Yes.
No.
I watched that a lot growing up. I really liked it. So that's 77. So I wanted to do this. Can you guys guess of our 3 favorite TV shows, which one is the highest on this list? And which one's the lowest? Of our 3. So Seinfeld, Frasier, Office. You think you can pick an order?
I would say...
I would say The Office is higher than.
Yep.
I would say Seinfeld, Office, Frasier.
No, I would say Office, Seinfeld, Frasier.
So Office is the highest?
Yep.
And then you say it's second?
I say Seinfeld, Office, Frasier.
Tim's right.
Seinfeld's higher?
Seinfeld is far higher.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah. So 75 is Frasier. 75 greatest all time. Golden Girls is in there, 64. South Park's in there. In the 50s, the Office UK is 53. So the original Office. Friends is in there, 49. Curb Your Enthusiasm, 39. Yeah.
Have you seen Curb Your
That's
Enthusiasm
low, isn't
yet?
it?
Yes, but
You would think it'd be
Curb is
higher.
that... Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I Love Lucy, 36. Lost is at 35. That's real low. The Office is at 34, right above it. So The Office is, well, at least as far as Rolling Stone goes, a music, thing, whatever. Better Call Saul's at 32.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
I've never seen it though.
Game of Thrones, 31. SNL is 18.
Nah.
SNL beats out all of those TV shows I just mentioned.
Nah.
Think of that. Yeah. Let that sink in for a minute.
Nah.
Twilight Zone's number 12. You never seen it. I
The
love it.
original?
The original. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here's the top 10.
Okay.
Number 10, you probably guys wouldn't get this one. Mary Tyler Moore Show. It was one of those classics that everybody talks about.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah. Did you ever watch it?
There's a Weezer song on the Blue album.
Mm-hmm.
I look just like Buddy Holly.
Mhm.
Ooh, and you're
Yes,
married Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
I don't care what they say about us anyway.
I wonder what the meaning is behind that. Because I don't know anything about those two people.
The song is called Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
Buddy Holly died in a plane crash.
Hmm.
Mary Tyler Moore was very attractive.
Number 9, Atlanta. It's on right now.
Pardon?
Yeah. A
Oh,
show
this-
called
this
Atlanta.
list is
I know.
bunk.
Number 8, Cheers.
Oh,
You
no
don't agree?
way.
All right. I never seen it, so I don't know. Number 7, Mad Men. That's up there. That's a great TV show.
I can't argue with that one.
Yeah. Number 6 is Seinfeld.
Okay.
6th greatest TV show of all time. Number 5, Fleabag. Number 4, The Wire. Everybody talks about that show. That's one of those shows. You think? Can you guys guess the top 3? Why does that look for? Have you
just
seen The
lit
Wire? Is that
Yeah,
one of those?
it's HBO.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's great.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's the best one.
Interesting.
Can you guys guess the top 3?
I want to say Breaking Bad is one of those.
Correct. What about you? Can
Is
you
the
guess
Andy
something?
Griffith show on there?
No. I don't even think that was in the top 100 because I would have wrote that down.
But Atlanta's number 9.
Yeah. Tim, give me your top 3. And then Ash, you give me a top 3. I'll see if you can
I don't
guess
know
it.
if I can.
They're big TV shows.
Is Family Guy one of them?
No.
Is it cartoon or is it all strictly?
There is 2 serious and a comedy, cartoon comedy.
Simpsons? So The Simpsons and Breaking Bad. So what's number 3?
You already named Game of Thrones.
Well, you didn't say... Well, you said Seinfeld was above The Office.
Yeah, it was way above.
Sopranos. Yeah.
The Sopranos. So what's number 1?
Sopranos.
Sopranos and then...
Simpsons,
Wow.
then Breaking Bad. I think Simpsons just because of how long it's been running and how
Still going on.
Yeah,
Atlanta at
30
number
something.
9?
you still can't believe that. Yeah, man. And I obviously I didn't name all 100. I just picked out ones that I thought we would have known and stuff. There was a lot in there.
Right.
But it's interesting to look through because you forget about a lot of those TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like Friends was in there, but he was at 49. I thought that would have been higher.
Where's
You know?
Frasier at?
75.
Oh,
Terrible list, Tim.
what in the world?
Just beat out the Jeffersons.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was interested that Breaking Bad was lower than The Simpsons. I could have sworn. I agree with Sopranos at number 1. That seems to be a easy pick. But I thought it would have been Sopranos, Breaking Bad, then something else.
Yeah. I didn't think a cartoon would be top 3.
I know. Man, that's weird. I thought Mad Men would have been a little higher, honestly.
It's probably just because the cartoon
I
has
think
been as
so.
long as on.
30-something years.
Yeah. It's still on, so.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was interesting because the Christopher Moltisanti from Sopranos was on Fallon because he's doing a new movie, I think, and he's writing a movie with the creator of Sopranos and Bobby Bacalieri,
Mm-hmm.
but it has nothing to do with Sopranos apparently. But they were talking about it, so I figured I would bring it up. I think it's pretty interesting. I like reading those. I don't always stick to them, obviously, because it's impossible to do that, you know. But I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I always think it's crazy how those big names get those. Who are they to decide what?
Yeah.
Define greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyone can write that article. We can write that article and get it published.
Yep.
So, and Rolling Stones is a music magazine, right? Is it always been a music magazine?
I guess they've kind of evolved into this general media.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Either way, I thought that was pretty interesting. I like seeing lists like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are we at?
We're at 245.
2:45.
Yeah.
Guys, I do want to I do want to at least bring up the fact that Tim, we won't be buying any more Yeezys.
So,
Let's
Con-
talk about this.
Kanye in all his glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so him and Adidas have parted ways. It makes me
Nice way to put it.
sad. It really does, because Yeezys are what got me into shoe collecting way back in the day. I remember waking up at 8 or 9 a.m. and sitting on my computer for 5-6 hours trying to get into a drop and not even getting into the draw, but waiting all day. I'm talking about 9 a.m. to 3 or 4 in the afternoon sitting at a computer screen. And that's what got me into shoes. I had 13 or 14 pairs of Yeezys.
Yeah.
And
You
I
did.
sold all of them.
The buttercreams?
I had the butters, the
belugas?
creams, the frozen yellows, the breads, the zebras, everything you want to name. The ash blues, which were actually a great shoe. The clay browns.
They weren't too great because you didn't keep them.
Exactly.
Well, to be fair, I got all those
Tim, to be fair, Drika.
I got all those for retail, wore them, and still got more money than I paid for them.
Yeah.
I will miss those though,
Yeah.
because I don't really have any. I pretty much just rock Jordans right now, but it's a good life, like just chill lifestyle shoe that you could just wear whenever. And I don't know what's gonna happen with the shoe brand or with him in general, but I do know he went to Skechers headquarters the next day and got
They kicked him out.
escorted
Did
out
he really?
off the property. He went unannounced. He went unannounced.
Skechers. Poor guy. He went to the bottom of the totem pole, tried to sell his brand.
So it breaks my heart to see them part ways, because I really did love all their shoe collabs and all their colorways. I honestly don't know what we'll get next. It's one of those things where you don't know what you have till it's gone, and now that it's gone, all of his colorways are just they're up.
It's shoes, Tim. Come on.
They're up.
You
I
don't
can't-
know what you have until it's gone.
I can't get anything now because they're all expensive.
Navarro has a pair he's been trying to sell for years. You can have. Call him up.
It's not the same.
Are they going up though? Are they
Yeah.
going- Every single Yeezy.
So the turtle doves that just came out released again on Yeezy Day, they were about, I know this is a lot. Okay, they were about 500. Now they're 650, 700. Like everything is like, some shoes only went up $30-$40, but it's still like after taxes and fees and shipping, you're paying like $80, $100 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen. He has his money though. I don't think he really cares.
Yeah, he ain't, isn't it?
I was talking to Asa about it, and he said, what are all the 30-year-old basic white men going to do now?
He said that.
Said, Asa, I need some ointment for that burn. That hurt me.
You know what, Asa? You
that's
don't know what
funny.
it is.
That's funny.
I don't want to say anything too harsh because he doesn't listen anyway.
Nah, I'm sure he doesn't.
He's only into the trendy stuff now. The
Mhm.
Dunks, the J's, what have you.
Well, he is only 17.
And the
He's
shoes that
16.
you're wearing
God,
right now.
Ashton. He's
What?
only 16?
Yeah, he's only 16.
Could we talk about... You were telling me last year how his favorite shoe was the Jordan 5, so you got him those 5s. How about a DJ Khaled 5 coming out soon?
I didn't know about that.
It's on sneakers.
I missed it.
It's not out yet, but you can get notified.
The only two that I've been looking at are the Dunks that released today that I didn't get, and then the Fruity Pebbles coming out.
He doesn't listen,
Tuesday.
right?
Mm.
So did you get him those Dunks?
Tomorrow.
You're gonna buy them tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're pretty. They're not that much more.
No.
The Halloween ones?
Did you tell him to hold off? Because you said he was gonna purchase them.
Yeah, you can't buy them without my mom or me using our credit cards. So
You remember, we're talking about a 16-year-old. Do you remember what that was like, Tim? Although I had a bank account at like 14 or 15.
Yeah, but you shared it with your mom.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Either way, I'm
You sad?
I am. It's what got me into sneakers.
Yeah, but you were out of them for a long time.
No, I was.
Is it a memory thing? You're like, oh, I'm not going to see
But
new
now
drops anymore.
it's one of those things that now I can't ever get them again. I'm upset.
So you think you're going to try to get a pair?
I might buy a pair.
Really?
I might.
Wow.
You never know what happens next year. I might browse.
I'm sure you will. The next year's going to be the year of the Yeezys for you. You're going to come back hard. Oh, man.
The problem is all the ones that I had that I got for retail, they're like,
Yeah. Because those were 4 or 5 years ago, some of them.
yeah.
I still have a pair. I have Dan's pair that he gave me for free.
And I bet you he regrets that too.
No, he doesn't. No. He didn't wear them for a long time and they were getting worn out. You think I don't think he would regret that, would he? Because then I'd feel bad. Because I use them to chop down trees now. They're my yard shoe. I keep them clean. They're not any dirtier than when he gave them to me. You'll be fine.
I'll be all right.
You'll manage.
I'll try.
Why don't you get a Switch instead? I'm kind of upset he's not going to open that Switch.
You don't know.
Oh, I know.
I'm really, really shocked you purchased two.
Yeah, I'm shocked I had to pay more than $5 for this one. Right when
Did
he
you
said,
go to GameStop for yours?
Yeah. Right when he said, all right, you have a $5 deposit, so $3.50, whatever. I was like, in my head, I was like, damn it. I didn't do it. No, I knew he was going to want it. And remember, he kept saying for weeks, like, if anybody going, let me know. I'll pay you right away. So I'm telling you, my heart sank when he sent us that screenshot of the Best Buy website. And I almost said, Ash, don't do it. But I wanted to write it out, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I'm glad. You really actually didn't say anything.
I had to put my phone down and walk away. I was holding the Switch when you guys were texting that.
Really?
Yeah. I was putting him in that backpack to surprise him. Yeah.
He's like, nah, I don't want to spend $400.
Yeah. Well, what I liked about it is something like he said something like, I can't spend $400 right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited I may open it tonight. Who
So
knows?
I just got notification from ESPN that Judge won Player of the Year award.
I mean, I'm glad he did. Home run records.
And just so you know, you're probably glad that it's sold out now online.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna.
Because he texted at like 10 or 11, maybe 12.
Who?
Ashton, about that screenshot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it took that long.
Me too.
It was in stock that long.
And even I went to Best Buy and they said they were sold out.
Like you said, though, you didn't see, like, it wasn't, like, hyped up. Like, you didn't see a lot
no
of people.
lines.
Amazon too.
Sold out?
It was on Amazon.
Oh, it was?
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it's the money thing going on, the recession. Maybe it's the fact that the game isn't out yet. And the OLED Switch is 2 years old, so there's nothing new about this.
I don't know how the game just...
I've never seen that before. Never seen it. But I'm still happy. Looks good.
Ash, how do you feel about Kanye leaving Adidas?
He didn't leave Adidas. They fired him.
You know what I mean. They parted ways.
They didn't part ways.
They're gone. They're toast. There's no more.
He was like, dude, we're not making your shoe anymore.
Well, I think it's further proof that you can say things that probably shouldn't be said, and it can absolutely just...
Consequences.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You're sad, huh?
I am sad.
I'm very surprised by this.
I'll get through it.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
It's only because it's the only thing I knew when I first came into sneakers.
Yeah.
It was Yeezys, but it's all right.
It's like Ford saying they're not going to make the Mustang anymore. I'd be heartbroken.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll never stop making the Mustang. Unless Carol Shelby comes out to be a racist or something, you know, even though he's passed away for years.
I was telling Jesse that I'll probably make a Yeezy purchase on Goat or something like that in the future next year.
I'm telling you, buy Navarro's. He still got him. He cannot get
He
rid
wears
of
a size 13. I wear a size 10 and a
him.
half.
That's true.
13.
Now it's 12.
It's
I
up
think.
there. I think it's a 13.
I don't think so because he's no.
Navarro, if
I
you're
don't know.
listening,
And we know that you are.
yeah, we know you are. Just tell us your shoe size.
Text him. You still talk to him about Legos?
I texted him today.
Yeah.
Yeah. He never responded.
Oh, well, that's no surprise. He's not the best at responding right away. Gets to it eventually, though.
He usually does on weekends.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
weekend he did.
Yep, that's true.
So, Jess,
Guys,
What?
what's up?
this is episode 10.
It is episode 10. So, Jess, you had a coffee with Pat this week?
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Listen, it's something you don't experience a lot. I got to sit down with Patrick. He had nothing to do. I got to his house around I don't know, probably 5. He had dinner with somebody at his house. Guests that he didn't know were coming with his roommate or whatever. And he came back outside and we were just sitting on the back porch and I was playing the Switch. And we just started talking. And after like a half hour, he goes, "You want a cup of coffee?" I was like, "I will never say no to a cup of coffee from you, Pat." We went in, brewed a cup of coffee, and then we sat outside for like another hour and just like talked, man. It's just, I'm really starting to appreciate conversation, you know? And especially with Pat. Like, cause you don't get Pat. He's so busy all the time, or he's running around. He's like, it's awesome to just sit down and talk to Pat. And I told him that. I texted him when I left. I said, "Dude, I really, really enjoyed that today." And he was like, "Dude, I was just about to text you the same thing." Like, it was just cool. I got to hang out with him. Okay. That's all I had to say about it. It was nice.
Coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 6:00, dude. Yeah. When I was on prednisone. I was out of it at the practice.
I thought he went out of town, you said.
The weekend before.
Oh.
This was on Wednesday. Yeah. It was nice. He started a job, like a weekend job, to like hold him over until he finds something.
So how does he feel about leaving the church?
Have you heard about his car?
Oh, no.
He has said he feels like what he's doing is not what he's supposed to be doing because there's been a lot of stuff lining up that has not been working out. Someone backed into his car at the church and like killed the bumper. I don't want to go into all of it, but they got the person on camera. They're working through it. It's going to get resolved. I'll tell you later. It's no one we know though, but I don't want to leave it. But yeah, someone backed into his bumper and like dented in the back of his car. He had to file a police report and it was a whole thing. But there was that. There's been a lot of stuff that he's just, not that he's second guessing, but it's rough. It's switching careers is huge, especially, later on. So, but he's good. He's, Pat, he's always like, talks like he's a downer, but he can handle it. He can handle anything. So I think he needed that just like conversation away from life to just relax. We talked about games and music and stuff like that, so he needs it. Yeah. What? I feel like you always have to soak in when I talk for a minute. Yeah. We're going to have him on soon. I told him, he's like, "Let me know whenever."
Well, listen. I'm not against anybody coming on. And Trey, if you're listening,
We have so many people we got to get
just
on.
let us know a date.
We need to start having guests more than once a month to get all these people going.
Yeah.
Let's let Trey know in advance so he can get it cleared on his calendar.
Jules.
Are they both listening?
I think she listens
She's forced
begrudgingly.
to.
Yeah. It's she doesn't offer, I'll say that. She deals with it though. She's a good sport. You should have seen her. Trey was telling us about League of Legends thing that he went to, and she was behind him the whole time, shaking her head, like so embarrassed.
Tim, he was so into it, he lost his voice from all the screaming.
Yeah. And then he said he got back home that night and watched the stream and made Juliana watch the stream with him of the thing he was just at.
I love that.
He's such a good sport, man.
It was like I lost
Yeah,
my
he loved
voice
it.
screaming at Asian men that were sitting in front of computer screens. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's definitely something we would do.
Yeah. What are we guys doing this weekend?
Let me tell you what I'm doing tomorrow.
I'm excited to hear about your
Let
day.
me tell you what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, he's happy about it, too.
I'm not leaving the house. I've got the Japanese test December 4th, so I have got to study tomorrow. So I'm going to do that. I am going to continue to try to learn 27 on the guitar.
When is your test?
December 4th.
What time? Oh, you're gonna miss that day, aren't you?
They
Is that what you were saying?
said what time. It'll probably be something like 9 or 10 a.m.
Okay, all right.
And I think it's like a 4 or 5 hour test.
So you're probably not gonna make it to the practice that day.
No, I
Okay,
went
gotcha.
ahead and told him that
Okay.
I wouldn't be there. But
Sorry, go ahead.
at some point, hopefully, I can play some kind of video game. We've got the Georgia-Tennessee game. I've got to wash my car. I really need a haircut.
I think you look good.
What a guy.
I like when your hair gets a little long.
Yeah, I do too. I just go back and forth with it.
Put that one off a week. Don't overcrowd your
I'll
Saturday.
do one more week.
Yeah, there you go.
I like the way you think, Jess.
What are you thinking? I'm not gonna ask you at all to play Overwatch with me. Are you thinking Arceus?
Yes, or call me crazy.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yes.
When you log in and that piano just hits,
It's like How's Moving Castle.
you breathe out.
What do you do? So what does your realm look like right now? Are you building a house? Are you just kind of walking around? What do you do?
I'm building a fortress,
Oh.
a cobblestone fortress, and it's too big, but it's right by the ocean, and it looks nice. I got sheep, pigs, horses,
Mhm.
and cows, all stabled up.
It's
It's
nice,
just
isn't
it's
it?
just a good time, man. The problem is I can't go in and out months at a time, but I just need something to hold me over until these new games come out in a couple weeks.
Games?
Yeah, Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, I thought you meant more than one other than Pokemon.
Nope.
So you're already decided on which one you're getting though.
I think I'm going to get both, and then when Tan comes down for Thanksgiving, I'll just give him the other one.
Nice.
Unless he just really wants to play the same one I am.
Gotcha. If I end up getting it, it'll probably be the opposite of what you get. I'm not getting it day one. We'll see. So that's your Saturday.
That's my Saturday. Are you
Sounds good.
spending the night tonight?
You feel left out?
I wish someone would have told me.
You know I have everything you need here.
So it's just a.
We got
Normal
breakfast cooking
thing.
in the morning.
I bring him back just in case.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those just in case nights.
He's already said 2 nights coming up in November he's spending the night. Or said it at least. Next week? I don't remember why next week. I think he just asked me if you
I
could.
just wanted to do it next week.
And then Black Friday.
Did I say I was spending the night Black Friday?
You did. I didn't know why. You could take it back. It's fine.
I thought we were talking about doing the podcast on Friday night.
Yeah. I think you said I'm going to have to spend the night after.
Oh, I did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. But yeah, he's spending the night.
Okay.
He brought us breakfast. Man, he's going to cook breakfast tomorrow. Tim Cole's going to be here
Oh, my.
doing a little drum stuff.
Sounds like a good weekend.
I don't really have anything planned tomorrow. Do you have anything planned?
College football all day.
Oh, yeah.
Are we doing it here or you're going to go home and watch it? You can see where the day takes
Depends
you.
if you want to watch it.
I'd love to watch it. That sounds awesome.
All right.
Cool, man. And then we're playing at church
Maybe
on
hot
Sunday.
tub in the morning.
I can't.
Ooh.
I can't get in the hot tub. I know. You can. I'll watch you. You could borrow my robe.
Poor Jesse. He's just being handicapped all weekend.
It's gonna be at least another week.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah, why'd you think I said no? I
Because
can't.
you're our company.
Oh, well, that would have been it too. Well, he would have came in the hot tub with us. Oh, maybe I should just go in the hot tub anyway and tell him to hang. And we'll talk about it. Yeah, and then we're playing on Sunday. And I feel like I had something else planned this weekend. I need to look at my calendar. Cool, guys. Well, I guess you guys want to wrap it up? You got anything else you want to talk about?
I think that about does it. That was a solid show.
Yeah.
Jess completely caught off guard with the Switch. You are the man.
Yeah, I was not expecting you to buy 2.
The man had the bag ready and everything.
Oh, yeah.
What
I
a
knew a
time.
couple days ago I was going to get one.
I finished a bottle of wine and I was still shocked.
All right, man.
Ugh.